Football Power Hour.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are live. And we are alive. Come on. Shout out to you for being here. Today we watch Napoli versus Barcelona. And also we get to see Porto versus Arsenal. Mamma mia.
Oh my God.
We get to what's the word? Feast today. Refresh your app, says Box. Do I need to refresh? Ooh, I don't know what that means. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to you. I will be in the background. It's raining night. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal are going to win, says Shay. It's going to be interesting today. We get to find out what Mikel Arteta is made of. Not only that, we get to actually see if at all the whole Arsenal team has the minerals to compete. Can they actually do it? This is going to be a tough test. FC Porto is by no means a walk in the park. And we get to find out another big question. Is Kai Havertz really all about it? Because remember, guys, he was in the 007 shortlist. Kai Havertz, and once he got out that short list, it looks like he's picked up. He's been very instrumental for Arsenal in the Premier League, but this time we get to find out, is he useful at all in the Champions League? Not only Havertz, but there's also, let's talk, because Shay is in the house, the front three is Martinelli, Trossard, Saka, come on. Saka is good, Saka is good, I'm not going to lie. Saka, I'm jealous, Shay. I'm jealous about Saka. Then there's Declan Rice, Odegaard, and Kai Havertz in the midfield, and also Kiwo, Gabriel, Saliba, and Ben White in the defensive line. And David Raya is the preferred choice. By the way, in the Porto lineup, I'll read it out quickly, but I also want to say the Napoli game and Barcelona game is also very exciting to me, by the way. Ooh, I cannot wait. But since we're on Arsenal right now, let me read Porto. The left back for Porto is Wendell. Otavia is the left center back. And then Pepe.
Oh, my God.
He's still playing football, Mario is the right back. His name is João Mario, Portuguese boy. Varela, Gonzalez, and then Pepe again in the middle. A Brazilian Pepe this time, not the Portuguese Pepe. And then there's Galeno left midfield, and then Conceição, Chico Conceição. He's a Portuguese, 21 years old. And then Ivan Nilsson leading the attack for Porto. Brazilian Ivan Nilsson. Do you guys remember Danielson? Was it Danielson? That guy who used to come in edit time and just do skills, crazy, mad skills. Man, I miss that Brazilian team. But anyway, in the Napoli game versus Barcelona, we get to find out if Xavi can at least get a tune out of these guys, because he's been struggling. He's actually scheduled to leave the job at the end of the season. So I think here it's sort of courtesy that they're letting him become the manager, but Napoli is also going to be looking to win this game. They're the home team. This is going to be a big game, big occasion at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. Osimhen, by the way, is the guy that we find out if he's really got the juice, because apparently Nigeria doesn't play his style. I've heard some people from Osimhen FC saying that, and I was like, okay, they might have a point, They might have a point. Maybe Victor Osimhen will show us that he's world-class today. We'll be on Osimhen watch as well. And Kivica is also the left attacker for Napoli. He's so electric, so dynamic, dribbles really well. And Politano on the right, Lobotka, Anguissa, and Cajuste in the midfield. Jesus, Ramani, Di Lorenzo, Oliveira in the defensive line, and Meret, goalkeeper, Alex Meret, Italian goalkeeper for Napoli. And then ter Stegen, Martinez, Araujo, and Kunde, and Cancelo right there make the defensive unit for Barcelona. And then we know today we get to see if Frankie de Jong is about it. Christensen and Gundogan also in the middle. Yes, Andres Christensen in the middle. You heard it here. Lewandowski is there, and Lamine Yamal and Pedri also. They are also in the attacking lineup for Barcelona. So stand by for a feast of football today. I think we're going to find out some things, especially about this Arsenal team. Shay, I'm going to share the link, by the way. If you want to hop by, as usual, you know you're always welcome here. I also want to say, by the way, Yale, you're super welcome here. I've seen you, Box, as well in the building. And I want to say shout out to Men Lutata in the house. Come on. We hit it. Nile in the building. Now Kane saying Luton are beating Liverpool.
Jesus!
Wow. This is going to be interesting. 4 people have not hit the like button. Thank you, Shay. Thank you for checking. We have how many? We have a total of 16 people, including people on Twitch and X watching. So please, each one of you kindly hit the like button. I appreciate it so much. It is a very, very important thing to do for the channel. It helps. It goes a long way. We are on the road to 950 subscribers. Let me know who you're rocking with. By the way, if you have not given your prediction, you can do so. We're only 2-3 minutes into the game. Napoli versus Barcelona 0-0. I'm curious, if you have not given your prediction, what is your prediction for these 2 games? We got 2 big games going on today. And let me see if I can. Let me do this. And we're good. Nice. Wow. All right. So Napoli starting really, really brightly here. Barcelona, I don't know if Barcelona actually gonna today's gonna be interesting. I know my prediction is I feel like Napoli is gonna beat Barcelona. I also feel like it's going to be 1-0 Porto.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, Shay. I feel Napoli is going to win 3-1. That is my thought. That's my prediction right there. 3-1 Napoli, and then it's going to be 1-0 Porto. What is your prediction? If you have not given me your prediction, please do so. I know there's some people that have commented on the video. I think Luan already did that. So oof. Uh-oh, Lutata has missed to steal your girl. Uh-oh. Wow. Robert Lewandowski looking like he missed on a big opportunity there, but Barcelona win a corner kick. By the way, this Luton Town game with Liverpool, my goodness. What a game. What a game it's been. Luton Town still leading 1-0. Ogbene in the 12th minute. At Anfield. Wow. Arsenal, on the other hand, has started also positively, by the way. Shout out to your team, Shay. To be the away team and actually have a positive start, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, if you ask me. But we're on Gundogan watch. We're on also De Jong watch today. And Osimhen watch. Now says bring back Rob Edwards, please. Mm. By the way, it's so cold today in Boston, Massachusetts. I just had to make some tea. Wow. Barcelona having passing practice, by the way. This is nice. This is nice. Nice to see. Nice to see. Oof. Barcelona nearly scored. I think that was Lamine Yamal with a wasted chance. Top shiny teeth in the house, says MUFC Realist TV. Shout out to you, fam. Hope that you're doing good. Box went with a prediction today of Porto losing to Arsenal by 2-1. Box, really? You think Arsenal is going to win 2-1? Arsenal. Wow. Wow, Box. Okay, all right. Well, I'll make sure that I've written it down. And then the other prediction was also 2-1 Barcelona. Okay. Respect that. Looks like they're fired up. This whole thing of telling your team that you're retiring at the end of the season might be a good tactic, It might be a very good scare tactic. And if Xavi changes his mind, whoa, Barcelona came close. Oh, mamma mia. Oh, ay, caramba. Wow. Oh, that was so close. Napoli came so close to conceding there. MUFC Realist TV says Arsenal will lose 2-1. Oh my. Okay, you think Pepe is gonna score a brace from two corners? It's possible. If there's a team that's gonna score from a corner kick, it is Porto. Oh man, Man United says Klopp thinking about his retirement home and to play dominoes with. Oh man. Really? I think Klopp is just gonna take a 1 year break and then be like, I missed the game. He's gonna come back. He's too young. He's how old is Klopp again? 56 years old.
Get out of here, man.
With that retirement talk. He's definitely taking a break from, the dugout for a little bit. Probably the Premier League dugout is so tiring. But I see him coming back to say somewhere in La Liga or somewhere in Italy. There's no way. Or somewhere in Germany too, especially Tuchel is leaving at the end. Talking about people that are saying that they're leaving at the end of the season. Xavi will be unemployed. Tuchel will be unemployed. Maybe Pochettino soon? Who knows? Arteta, if he gets beat by Porto, there were those rumors that he will leave at the end of the season. All right. Nice positive start from Napoli. Also, they're responding, showing that they are alive in this tie. But at the same time, the Barcelona defense looks a little rattled. Come on. Somebody give us a goal. It's 0-0 on both games. We're starving for a goal right now. I said we were here to feast. Arsenal, can you start? Actually, I want Porto to score first. That the game will be more interesting that way. Shay, come talk to your men. Then. Make sure they score, man. Porto have declined a bid, says Box. You know, you are not wrong. You are not wrong with that, actually. So have Barcelona. What is going on? What is going on? Why is this game so stale at the moment? Napoli Barcelona one is the one that I feel like has had a moment that was closest to a goal. But right now, as it is, Napoli has had zero. I mean, Napoli has had zero shots on target, and Barcelona has had one shot on target. But when you look at the other game, Arsenal versus FC Porto, you can see there's like 0-0, nothing. Nobody has tested any goalkeeper. And we're 15 minutes into the game. Yeah, Box, that the Napoli's title defense has been atrocious. Atrocious this season. And I think we talked about the fact that Walter Mazzari has been let go not too long ago, 2 days ago, or something like that. They need a new manager bounce like yesterday. Very, very good opportunity here for Barcelona. Oh, nice save. Nice save. Pedri was through right there. Pedri was through. Jeez. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Can somebody please give us a goal? I need to see some action. But Merit came close. So far, Barcelona, though, have had two moments that look like they could have been, had the pass been, just waited a little bit better, they could have had a game changer moments. By the way, Frankie de Jong has just gotten a yellow card. As we said, we're on Frankie de Jong watch today. Shout out to the 11 people that are just joining in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please, please, please kindly hit the like button. I appreciate you so much. And also subscribe. Ooh, nice, 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 nice defense right there. Nice defending from Barcelona's Araujo. Ronald Araujo. Okay. Barcelona with a very good chance here. Appeals for handball from Lamine Yamal, but referee is like, get out of here, man. What that talk? Also, by the way, at the same time, it's still 0-0 in the Porto versus Arsenal game. And I have to tell you about the Luton Town Liverpool game. At Enfield, it is still 1-0 to Luton Town.
Oh my God!
It is not an April Fool's joke. Well, far away from April. But it is 1-0 to Luton Town right now. Uh-oh. Very, very clever movements right there. Victor Osimhen cannot put a cross in. He does not have the juice. Victor Osimhen. At least in that moment. Lamine Yamal had a case about the handball, Like what's his name? The defender still has his hands behind his back, but he still extends. He makes his body a little bit bigger, but still keeping the hands behind his back. So it's so subjective. It falls between the lines of does the player have the hands behind his back? Yes. It hits him on the arm. Is it a penalty or is it a handball? Well, if his hands are behind his back, it's not a handball. What about the moment, though, when he just sways a little bit to the right, like we just saw this Napoli defender do? I feel Yamal's frustration there, though. Hey, shout out to DJ Superfly, by the way, in the house. Shout out to my bro Imran Khan in the building. Hope that you're well. Shay says Assna will win 4-0. What is your score prediction? It's still 0-0, by the way. What is your score prediction? Let me know if you have not told me before. Because I feel like, Shay, you said Arsenal will win 3. No, you said it will win 4-0, yes. And then you said Barcelona will win 3-1. Shout out to you, Shay. Let's see. I'm starving for goals. You're predicting a total of 8 goals today, and we have 0 goals, and it's more than 21 minutes played. Shay?
Get out of here, man!
What is that all about? The only goals that we've seen is from Luton Town. I shared the link in the chat, by the way, Shay. If you want to join, you know that you're always welcome here. Khan says, "Happy Wednesday." Hey, Liverpool 0, Luton Town 1. Fire! That gives me a lot of fire. That gives me a lot of joy. It gives me hope. It gives me more faith in humanity and balance. That you know what? This thing of Enfield is an atmosphere, blah blah blah. Yeah, sure, yeah. But if you have the right team, the right spirit, the right mentality, you can go there and do your thing, you know. So, shout out to Luton Town for showing us that it's possible. Oh, Barcelona coming close once again to scoring, but that moment right there, all the credit, all the praise, all the respect goes to Meret. Mamma mia, Alex Meret, this Italian goalkeeper. He's only 26 years old, you know. He saved them right there. He saved Napoli again. Liverpool are playing like 007 agents. Superfly says, I can't remember mine, but I'd say Arsenal 4-1 and Napoli to win 4-2. Superfly, you said, oh, yeah. Okay, Napoli, Arsenal to win 4. Oh, mama mia, this guy. He said Arsenal to win 4-1 and Napoli to win 4-2. You really think they're going to steamroll Barcelona like that? Anyway, if they do, we will be there. We will be there. And Luton Town was 2-1, but I take a 1-0. Yo, yeah, Luton Town is doing the world a favor, you know. Luton Town is doing the world some huge favors. By the way, we have almost 15 people watching at this very moment on YouTube, but I think we have 10 likes or less. Come on, guys. What are we doing? We have a few people in here that are 007 agents. Oh. Whenever Napoli try to attack, Barcelona is like, give me that ball. And whoa, did Porto just score? Hold on. Oh, no. It didn't count. Gabriel Martinelli on the attack. Martinelli fizzles the ball through. Oh, it did not reach Saka. Unfortunately, Saka wins a free kick, though, on the edge of the box. Not bad. Good shielding, but very aggressive defending from Wendell, the FC Porto left back. Ooh. Kivicha tried there. Sorry if you're getting confused. I'm reporting players from two different teams, from two different games at the moment, because as I look at the Napoli versus Barcelona screen, there's always something scintillating going on. But then, you know, the Arsenal game is also not too bad, not too shabby. But I say a lot more credit and entertainment goes to Napoli, Barcelona at the moment. But Odegaard is about to take this free kick that Saka just won on the edge of the box. Let's see Wagwan next. Ooh, good defending from FC Porto. FC Porto's Varela. Varela with the diving header to make sure that ball does not reach Ben White. Oof. Ben White was looking hungry. Admiral Drex is in the house. GB is in the building. Yo, shout out to you guys. Top of the evening. Blessings to you, Drex. One more sub to. Hey, look at that. This 950 dream is going to be possible, GB. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. 950. Once we pass 950, we know the next one. We're not messing around now. We're going to take this YouTube thing really, really, really serious now. You know? I mean, we still do, but we're going to take it more serious than Victor Osimhen with the ball. He can't do anything. Oh, the ball finds. Oh, that was a very good cross towards Victor Osimhen. He was offside. Victor.
Get right here, man.
You're looking like AFCON Victor Osimhen right now. He's not playing well, man. Yeah, this is not good. Barca will definitely win this game tonight, says Drex. Really? You think so? Let me see your prediction, Drex. Oh, what's your prediction? It's still 0-0. Give me your prediction right now. And Porto versus Arsenal, Drex. Give me your predictions. GB as well. You haven't done so. Give me anybody that has not given their predictions. I kindly ask for them because I've been putting everybody's prediction on a table. On a, you know. By the way, we've been playing this predictor game for the Champions League too, you know. If you didn't know, it's all good. You can still catch up. Just predict the right score and stop complaining. I know Drex might complain. Barca is going to win 2-1, says GB. Okay. 2-1 for okay, GB. That is very daring. In Napoli's home, you think Barca is going to win 2-1. GB, do me a favor, please.
Get right here, man.
I don't see that one happening. I see them attacking well. Actually, they're defending better than that they're attacking. That's what actually my take on the game right now. It's only about 30 minutes, but Barca's defense has been really resolute. Napoli, for some reason, are struggling. They're struggling to put an attack together to find that final ball, you know. So we shall see. We shall see how the second half will unveil itself. Arsenal is going to win 2-0, says GB. Okay. That's a more, possible outcome, I think. Even though I predicted a Porto win because, home ground advantage, man. Lamine Yamal looking for Pedri, but Pedri is nowhere to be found. AFCON Osimhen is playing. Barca will win, says GV. What up, fam? What up to you, Mark? Shout out to Mark in the building, everyone in the chat. Hope that you're enjoying your evening. Blessings and greetings from Mark. Shout out to you, my bro. Yes, GB. Thank you for mentioning that. I can't wait. We're going to throw a party when we reach 1K, you know. I warn you, I will definitely not be sober for that one. We're going to chill out. Let's see. All right. Who's this guy who's playing like he's Marcus Rashford? This Barcelona player. Oh boy. Pedri. He's playing like he's got the Rashforditis. Or Rashford 2024. He's playing like he's got that one. He wants to take on everybody. You looked explosive, though, but you got to find your teammates. Simplify the game. Pass and move. Since when do the basics become so tough? Gundogan has won a foul. Nice work. Still can't believe how Barcelona scored Gundogan, you know. That was a very, very, very big acquisition. I feel like our score predictions are. Why does it feel like we're gonna get through the 45th minute at 0-0 in both games? Let's check on Luton Town. By the way, is it still 1-0? 1-0 at Anfield. Shout out to Luton Town, man. I hope they can hang on. Because Anfield atmosphere is always very, especially towards the end of the game. Woof. You're just hanging on. Just double checking to make sure that I have. Yeah, I have put everybody that has shared that scoreline with me. I've put your points in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You said Napoli's gonna win 2-1. Imran Khan, and I think Imran Khan, can you please remind me your score prediction for Porto Arsenal? I think you said 2-0 Arsenal, but I want to double check. Look at Arujo stealing the ball away from Osimhen. Easy, like taking candy from a little kid. Just give me that. I don't drink no Osimhen Kool-Aid. That was really good defense there. Oh. And Barcelona set piece goes wide. Compliments of, I think that was Lewandowski who headed it wide. We'll see a replay in a moment. What is going to happen? I can't wait for Luton Town to score another goal while Liverpool is trying to get that equalizer. Please, 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 please. Tahith Chong, do me a favor. Get that goal in. Ooh, that's a very nice ball there from Kivicha. But nothing comes out of it. Oh, Arsenal! Have Arsenal scored here? Did Arsenal just score? No, 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 no. They didn't. They didn't. Okay. Gabriel Jesus heads it and it goes wide. Whew. Actually, it wasn't even it wasn't even Gabriel Jesus. It was William Saliba. Okay. Let's see what you're made of. Let's see what you're made of, Barcelona. Oh, make him dance. Oh, nothing comes out of that. Possession comes back to Napoli, though. Not bad, not bad, not bad from Napoli, showing that they're the home team finally. Finally. Kivicha. Brasilia. I always like to say his first name because that's a little easier for me, Mark. But the boy is an exceptional talent. Talk about players I dream of at Manchester United. Kivicha. That boy from Georgia is so good, and he's still 23 years old. Imagine him at 26. Oh
my God.
We could really cook. The neighbors would smell what we're cooking. I just wish Man United gets serious. That was a very, very, very good attacking sequence from Porto. From specifically that boy Nico, number 16. He rifled a shot from distance, and you know what? Not bad, not bad, not bad. No smile, Nico. I see. Keep it going. Let's go. Rattle Arsenal a little bit so they can wake up from this nap that they're taking. How are we going to get to halftime and it's 0-0 on both ties? These guys, do they know that we took some time to try and watch these games? Oh, somebody's saying, make sure you check what Fabrizio Romano got to say. Okay, all right. Let's look at Fabrizio real quick. The Fabrizio update brought to you by botswanapapi. All right. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe says, we've spoken to UEFA. There's no reason for Nice's shareholding to prevent Man United from participating in the Champions League. I will be very clear on that. All right. And then the other fun fact for the day, if you did not know, Lamine Yamal becomes the youngest ever player to play in a Champions League game knockout stage, at the knockout stage, at 16 years and 223 days.
Jesus!
What was I doing what were you doing at 16 years, 223 days? Lamine Yamal, shout out to you, man. Making us feel bad about ourselves with all your achievements. And he's actually a really good talent. They just need to get him a better coach. I don't think Xavi's the Spanish PE teacher. Xavi is just the Spanish PE teacher. If you want to know again another interesting sentence statement from Sir Jim Ratcliffe when he was asked about the mancity, he was asked, would it help if Man City were found guilty of the 115 charges they are accused of? And Sir Jim Ratcliffe replied, I would not wish that upon them. I just want to smash them on the football field. I like that. Smash them on the football field where it matters the most. He's like, I do not wish death upon my enemies. I wish them life so I can beat them. I wish them long life. I like this Sir Jim Ratcliffe, He's grown onto me a little bit. I don't know about you guys and where you stand with Sir Jim. But I kind of like him. I kind of like where he's the moves that he's making. Yeah, Mark, I saw that. I was like, oh, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is open to Mason Greenwood returning.
Oh, my God.
Put that in the oh, my God category. This is going to be interesting scenes, because I know there's definitely a lot of people that are very sensitive and feeling like, you know what, whether like this guy has had time to rebuild himself and try and reignite his career, like he's just going to bring us a lot of a lot of unnecessary drama. But the thing is, you can't predict the drama at Man United. Box says I cannot see Greenwood returning, but Box, nobody could have predicted, the Ronaldo drama, the Sancho drama, the Rashford tequila drama, Belfast. Drama is going to happen. Scandals will scandal. That's just how life goes at Man United, unfortunately. So this Greenwood one is going to be very, very a curious case to see how Ineos deals with it. And the statement so far, the rumor mill is that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is open to it. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. Footballing wise, yo, what up, Mark? Mark in the house.
Love the Champions League. Love the Champions League background. It's the Champions League.
Come on.
It's good.
The
It's really good
champions.
news. It's really good news that he already spoke to UEFA, bro, because I was worried about that. It looks like he's handling these things in priority. You know what I mean? He's clearing up all the questions that most of the fans that might be against him have. Like the people who wasn't too sure about his ownership were all questioning if Nice gets in, what's gonna happen with us? You know what I mean? So I think it's really good. And for one of the fans that would have wanted Qatar, based on the fact that it was a full sale initially, then I'm thinking he's doing a decent. He's doing decent. He's making good footballing decisions. All that's left really is for us to look and see how it impacts the team going forward basically now.
Look at you singing a different tune from the I don't know.
I'm being honest, bro. Like, I wanted the Qatarians because they were full sale. We want full sale Glazers out. But the reality is that's not what's happening. We have Sir Jim. I like the Barada appointment. I'm not so happy about the Ashworth. But at the same time, it's better than what we had before. Mm-hmm. And I'm also kind of being a bit swayed by his comments on bringing Mason Greenwood back. He's going back to football. He's focusing on football first and not social media rubbish. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me,
I hear it. Quick update, by the way, for everybody that's tuned in. Liverpool has equalized. Shout out to Isaac. He's saying yay, and everybody else is saying, come on. Yeah. No, but yeah, I hear you on he's tackling. It seems like he's prioritizing football first over everything, and that's gonna be sort of like the ethos.
That's how it should be, bro. It should be. That's how football's supposed to be. We shouldn't be here sitting talking about our players wearing a baggy pants and a tight shirt, and we don't like how it's looking. You know what I mean? We need to be sitting here talking about the player is playing, he's scoring goals weekly, and that's the result. Like, let's be real, bro. Like, at the end of the day, look at the situation with Marcus Rashford, right? That's not something I would say, okay, like, you go out and party, bro, but you haven't been performing all season, so you shouldn't really not be doing that, right?
Yeah.
And bro, I'm super critical of Rashford. So if it is like, let's say he was scoring goals week in, week out, bro, you think I would care if the media posts that he was in Dublin, China, or Dubai the night before? If he comes out on the pitch and scores a goal, all's forgiven. Because at the end of the day, what you need from players is their best performances on the pitch. Now, we could sit here and say it would be great if they could be amazing professionals off the field as well, right? It would be amazing if they could be role models. But let's not try to mix up the facts of reality. They didn't start playing sports to become anyone's role model.
But Mark, you can negate the fact that because these guys are in the limelight playing for the biggest clubs, like they obviously have to play a role because there's lots of kids that look up to them. You the way you're painting it right now, it's like you're saying it's not that.
No, I'm being realistic. I'm
listen, and I get that, but at the same time, you have to know that there is a social responsibility that they have to consider when they're actions, they're ambassadors of the club outside the pitch as well,
All right, let me ask a question, right? Do they consider those options when they made Cardi B a star? Did they consider those options when
No,
they made movies about Tupac? Did they consider those
no.
things about Biggie Smalls?
Cardi B's life celebrates Cardi B and what she stands for. Tupac,
No,
same
bro.
thing.
Yeah, but no, but Cardi B used to drug people and rob them, and she talked
That
about it and laughed about it.
and
Tupac was arrested and jailed for abuse of women, and he spent like 6 years in jail for that stuff. And we glorify them. So what message are you sending? Because it's like, in my honest opinion, we
no,
can't pick and
we
choose.
don't glorify it. I don't think it's put in the forefront, but like this is like footballers who's supposed to show a footballing talent in a
Yeah,
football
but
game,
what's the difference? What's
and
the
you're
difference,
talking
bro?
about like artists
I'm
like
talking
that.
about I'm talking
Like a
about people
line.
who I'm talking about people who are famous in the limelight, whether they're genre, whether they be an actor, actress, musician, footballer, track and
Yeah.
field athlete, basketballer. People talk about the NFL and the NBA. Well, there's a percentage of like at least 27% of basketball players who already have, criminal records before they even got to the NBA. So it's like, what are we doing? I mean, like, I'm just saying, I'm just speaking on the perspective that, listen, a lot of people are coming in here saying a lot of these sensational words when it's not the facts. And yeah, you can feel a type of way, but at the end of the day, not because you feel that way means it's the truth. You know what I mean? We have to keep a balance, bro. Like, at the end of the day, if it's almost as though we're saying, because I feel this way, the law and the legal land does not matter. It only matters how I feel. So if
No, but
someone
what
feels that way
matters is
about
what.
you tomorrow, what is
Yeah.
going to happen? You're not
No, but
leaving yourself with any room to balance, bro.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's the whole thing where it's like you have to consider that this guy has a stain in his record.
What stain has he had? He's not convicted of anything.
Whether
He's
he's
been
not
acquitted.
convicted or not, the allegations are a stain.
I mean, everyone has a stain, bro. Like, no one is born without
Yeah,
sin in this world.
it's not saying
So
that what
whether
the
you know
statement
it
is
or
not saying he's the only person with a stain. It's just saying that the fact that he has a little bit of baggage, that we can see the type of baggage what is going to also potentially also cause for Manchester United. You know how many chants there will be that are just. Do you know
that's
how much
nothing new, bro.
players
That's
have to?
nothing
His
new. We've
colleagues
had
have
it
to
before.
answer. Listen. Do you know his colleagues would have to answer in a post-match interview? Listen, but I'm just trying to give you like a scenario. By the way, for me, I'm more of like he needs to rehabilitate and reform and have an opportunity to show the world if he has done that. So that's where I stand personally. But right now, I'm just trying to show you the other side of it. Of that, like
all I'm saying is, bro, let's not forget the fact that the team already put out a statement that they were willing to have him back and they were going to back him. The players all signed a statement. Let's not forget the manager wanted him back. Let's not forget the independent investigation found him not guilty. So let's not speak on it like if the 13 seconds really matter as much as concrete investigational facts, right? So whereas people might say 13 seconds, the actual length of the video that they saw, 13 seconds of, was more than 45 minutes. How could that give you context? Because if you're clipped on this YouTube saying something, usually clips are like 12 to 15 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Don't you have a chance to say maybe you were clipped out of context? And if people are allowed to say that, then maybe we could be mad that he didn't come out and give us a full explanation. And maybe a lot of people are mad at that, but at the same time, it's not their business, bro. Let's be real about life. It's not their business.
Yeah. I hear that.
And we're not even thinking about the fact that maybe he was innocent and maybe he didn't say anything because it would defame the character of his missus, right?
I hear that.
So maybe he's protecting her. It's just a lot of too much complicated things, bro. We can't pick I'm not saying pick and choose, but I'm just saying, keep an open mind. And it's not like if he's a career criminal, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we're going too deep in a situation that happened, that everyone in the situation is moving on in a positive direction, and we who are not even a part of it are trying to say, well, we feel more hurt than the people who should be hurt, in my opinion.
I hear that. I hear that opinion. I hear that perspective, and I think it's a fair one. But there's also like it's just a multi-layered thing. This situation. So we'll see what happens anyway. Like, right, the main thing, I guess, why we're talking about it is because Sir Jim, the reports of Sir Jim potentially opening the door for his return. So, yeah, I bet that will also have its own hoopla to go with. So we'll see. We'll see
Facts.
what happens. By the way, shout out to Admiral Drex as well. I saw your comment earlier on Superfly saying, what did I miss? It's 0-0. It's halftime. It's the Champions League watch along. Napoli versus Barcelona. 0-0 is the scoreline, as well as for FC Porto
Bro.
versus Arsenal.
Liverpool
missed
scored a
anything.
second goal, bro.
You have, yeah. Gundogan had a very good shot in the Barcelona game around the 21st minute or so. Also, I believe Porto hit the post, and that's about it. Not a lot of too much crazy action, to be fair. And Luton Town Liverpool has now changed to 2 goals to Liverpool, 1 goal to Luton Town. That Anfield atmosphere is real. It's not a myth.
You know, maybe they got a free penalty. You know, at Anfield, they get a lot of freebies. The ref is like the 12th man on the pitch.
Well, yeah, Isaac is happy. He's like, come on, Team Pool, get in. Shout out to Isaac, by the way. I hope that you're well. Will, shout out to you as well, saying the police gave that. Oh, yeah, we're not talking about Greenwood right now. It's the Champions League. Watch along, We'll do a Greenwood dedicated stream after, but not today. Shout out to Brendan.
Because, that same evidence they give them is what proved that he was innocent. So
Mm-hmm.
let me just be real.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, let me move on from that. But like for me, I just feel like when we talk about footballers, the argument, well, he's this and all those exigent stuff is like the news of Man United putting him up for sale for 35 million. When I hear that, for me, now, while I could say if they was to sell him, okay, cool, 90 million or 70 million, I mean, let me be real, his footballing ability denotes a proper sale value. Like you said, at least 50, 60. But when you hear 35 million, that's like United robbing themselves of money. You know what I mean? Value, the
When they
value.
sell him 90 million, it's Man United robbing themselves? Is that what you just said?
The facts that they say that maybe they will they want to sell him for 35 million is what the
Yeah,
price
no,
is.
that's yes, no,
That
that's
is,
horrible.
if we selling him, like we get a fair value for his ability.
Yes.
Because in my opinion, if we could pay 60 million for Olise, we should actually sell this guy for at least 70. Because
Yes, we can agree to agree on that one. That one we agree. I think he's way worth more than 95 million, to be honest. He's a generational talent, He is, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, Drex asked him if it was Rashford, if I'd want him to remain. If Rashford was both-footed and had the ability of Mason, of course I'd want him to remain, bro. Like, I want the club to listen. I was there when we signed Cantona, in a sense. I was alive. You know what I mean? In a sense, people you see videos, you see the actions, you see news in the papers about his incidents and whatnot, right? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's exactly similar, but at the end of the day, the situation that transpired was in the eyes of the law was both against the norm, right? Violence and abuse for around the same bandwidth, and we as a club back Cantona, and that was the only reason he didn't go to prison. He didn't get any jail time because we as a club we backed him. So
Yeah.
I'm saying we have a history of going against the grain because we have a belief in the better that he could have been, the character he could have become. And look at him now. He's one of the most, I would say, cultured people in the world. He's known for his great statements, his great personality after football, and how he carried himself. He evolved.
Yes.
And I'm saying that we have a track record of getting the best out of these characters in most situations than none. So Look at Ronaldo. Ronaldo had his whole situation when he crashed the Lamborghini, you know, and people
Remind
was
me
like,
about
yo,
Ronaldo crashing the Lamborghini again. I'm trying to remember again. Oh,
I
you
think,
mean in
right?
Spain?
No, it was in England, bro. He
In
was still in
Manchester.
England, and right, and then people were saying, he was driving drunk, but Ronaldo don't drink. And after that is when he kind of went on that whole fitness, no sugar, no nothing, no this, no party, and these kind of things vibe. And he changed his life around, and look at him now. I'm just saying is that at the end of the day, if I was to say to my people, has asked me the question, if it was your daughter, I want to ask people the question, if it was your son, what would you do if it was your son? Because at the end of the day, a son and a daughter have equal value in the world. You know what I mean? And I would say, listen, if it was my son, I would hope he would get the chance to redeem himself. That's all I would say. You know what I mean?
I hear it. Yeah, the way you um like bring light to that perspective too. I appreciate that, even though like I think like it's going to be a very delicate process to see what happens and how they do it, because it's not like we didn't try. It's not like John Murta didn't try, but
Nobody
you know,
John Murta try. I commend Arnold for trying, for all who was trying, because look at it this way. Think about it from this perspective, right? If you have a team, in whatever complexity you're doing the team, like business or whatever, sport or whatever, and your team make a decision collectively as a group, right? And the people who supporting you all decide, well, we're not gonna take your decision in a group. We're gonna break up your disharmony because we know better, right?
yeah.
And this is what it felt like to me this summer when you see the fans, did the protests and change the summer window. So it's like it's a bit weird, bro. No, bro.
Liverpool have made it 3-1.
Somebody need to check on the refereeing in the second half, bro. I feel something changed. The car just suddenly scored 3 goals after not being able to score for 48 minutes, bro. Come on, man.
That's why I'm like,
but what the hell, boy?
it's Diaz. Isaac loves it. Isaac is shining. Isaac is beaming with happiness. He's Liverpool supporter, I'm guessing, right, Isaac? Shout out to you, man, for being here.
Isaac. You know what I mean?
Or is it
Like,
Isaac? I don't know. Whichever one. Isaac or Isaac. Iguenane. Iguenwane. Iguenwane. Isaac Iguenwane. Shout out to you, brother. Great time for Liverpool. Hey, I bet you were sweating, when Luton Town scored first.
That is in the stands. Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's huge for him. That's huge for him, That's huge. That's the kind of games when, as a player, you could have an extra wind in there. You could have an extra long performance.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When that's somebody important and he starts watching at you, you want to impress. Some kind of things. Good stuff. Good stuff. And he been through a lot this year, bro. Like, you can't imagine how that might have throw off his performance. If that didn't happen this season, he could have been having a better season. You never know. All these kind of things has happened. Life has happened, bro.
Yes.
He was minding his own business, playing football, and his parents just get kidnapped. Bro. Weird.
Just like that. And I think it was mother and dad at first, right? And then then they released her. Thankfully,
and then they kept his dad, and then he had to pay a certain money to get his dad. And bro, South America is one of the places.
Yeah, and I think that takes his tally to probably 5 goals or something like that, 6 goals. So
I think it's 5.
He's at 5. Yeah, so he's been. I think we talked about this in the preview. Yes, to the game. So yeah,
it's always good to see a player show some some goodness about himself. I think.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, rivals is rivals. Whether it's a rival club or not, they could still appreciate a player doing well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day. You've been wishing none of those things on your worst enemy, to be fair.
I hear what you're saying, brother. Shout out to Isaac for saying I'm anti-Arsenal FC. That Isaac doesn't really support Liverpool. It says any club but Arsenal.
So which
out.
club do you really support, Isaac? That's what we want to
Any
know. That's
club.
the $1 million
As long as
question
it's
right
not Arsenal, as long as the club is beating Arsenal, I support it. That's me if I was Isaac. I know, but for real, what club are you like? What are you a United
so
fan then?
support Liverpool beating Luton, bro. Like, I mean, in a way, it had to be a Liverpool fan, because if you're a football fan, you would want Luton to beat Liverpool. I mean, it's only right, unless it's a Liverpool.
Oh, I meant, yeah, true. It has to be a Liverpool fan because, like, or somebody who feels like Man City may be lagging behind and Arsenal might clinch it. So if Liverpool win, then Arsenal would not win it, So maybe there's that technicality that Isaac is a Man United fan that makes you an Arsenal hater by default, and you'd want Liverpool to win. I don't know. I'm just connecting things.
If he was a Manchester fan, bro, it's equal hate across the board, bro. It's like Liverpool and Arsenal.
Right.
For me, I'll be honest, right? The only thing for me with City is the derby. The fact that we're from the same city. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't feel like cities are rivals, really. It's like the rivalry for me, the historical rivalry was always Liverpool-Arsenal. Liverpool, because there was always that club close to Man United level in terms of history, and value, and Arsenal because they was the team that was winning when we was winning as well. So it was, for me, it's always Arsenal and Liverpool is the most hated teams equally. And other than that, I would say like I dislike City because, well, they just come from nowhere and there's the City rivals. But I feel like in terms of rivalry, Liverpool and Arsenal is the higher rivalry.
Yeah, historically, yes. Our rivalry is like Leeds United, that one is big.
Yeah, that one is bitter as a fight, like a war.
The big fight. Shout out Superfly says Isaac is a scouser. Hopefully Arsenal will win rather than City and Liverpool. Let's get more perspective on this. We're joined by the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, man like Man. What you say?
What you saying? You're good, yeah?
Big up, Marge.
Big up.
Enjoying Champions League snooze fest right here.
What was that Porto player doing first and foremost? Should have scored in the first half.
Yes.
I'm playing 1-2 with the frame, man, but here we are.
Here we are, bro. What was your? Let me see. I think if I remember correctly, Manj, you predicted that Barcelona would win 2-1 and Arsenal would win 3-1.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about that, but here we are.
Yeah, man. I thought you were good at the predictions game.
Me? Nah, I'm just guessing, man. False positions, man. False positions.
Yeah, no, I think that predicting the tournament, a cup tournament, is very different from a league. A league, you can feel like the form plays a lot as well. Like you can tell, like, but with the cups, it's just tough, especially when it gets to knockout stages. Also have a different flavor to group stage games. It's
true.
There's a science behind all of them.
Oh, snap. It's 3-1 to them. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, and
Man said, I've never seen the face of Man Sadu.
Yeah, man.
Isaac says he's no scouser, just don't want Arsenal to sniff it. I'd rather have Chelsea win it.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Next 5 years, maybe.
Anybody but Scouters, man. Trust me.
I love how your name is anti-Arsenal as well. It's like Isaac anti-Arsenal in brackets. That's great. Yo, Victor Osimhen, what can he do here? What? Victor Osimhen is a 007 agent, bro. Oh, he was offside anyway.
Osimhen's still in AFCON.
Was it still no?
AFCON settings, Osimhen. We were Osimhen Napoli settings. Napoli player of the week settings, not AFCON player of the week settings.
You know that can actually affect you mentally. You remember what happened to Mo Salah after he lost to Sadio Mane's in the final last year? Like there was a big dip in form. Like Mo Salah was not the same for a while.
True.
Yeah, that thing can mentally drain you a little bit, especially like, if you had put in so much and you're fighting so much with your team and Mo Salah, especially last AFCON, but he was bailing Egypt out, and then it drained him mentally.
But this AFCON was kind of, how to put it, bro? It was kind of, for me, this AFCON was kind of, for a lot of the top players, in my opinion, it was like lackluster. It was more likely the secondary player, the third in position, top player on the team that was really showing up, not really the biggest player. To me,
What,
this
you mean like under
AFCON,
21s? Yeah.
Yeah, like Salah didn't really play too well. I feel like the bigger player for the more impactful player was the Muhammad Yusuf, I think was his name, or Yusuf Muhammad or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the guy with the goals and assists. I feel like it was the same with Nigeria. I feel like Lookman was more important. You know what I mean? So for me, it was one of those things where I would just look at the tournament and I was like, yo, this was shocking for me. Looking at all the big names kind of flop for the most extent during the tournament. But then again, in a way, I was just kind of thinking maybe they're on De Bruyne settings. No, I mean, some players don't really show up for the national team, but they always show up for the club team. It's just
I always found that weird, how Belgium had this golden generation of players and they could never really get it together. They had Eden Hazard, De Bruyne, man. Those two guys should be unlocking any team,
Well, for me, it was always the bronze generation because there was always only good for third place in tournaments. If you really look at how the performance, they only ever came third. They always reached the semis and lost the game in the semis every time.
Yeah.
For that golden generation, and it was just weird for me because they were so stacked. Belgium was super stacked. They had Mertens. They had Mertens. They had
Mertens. The other Hazard as well.
Hazard, the brother. They had
Timberland, good Lukaku. I mean, we were still like good. The left foot was not bad. Especially when he after he had come out of that Serie A, top goal scorer in Serie A. Oh my goodness, Napoli nearly conceded right now to Barcelona, but that was close. So yeah, like they were stacked. They were really, really stacked. And one time, didn't they also have even Fellaini as an option, right?
Yeah, Fellaini it was, and Lukaku and they had this other striker who what's the other striker name, bro? They had this other fellow who used to play in the Premier League too with he used to look like Willian.
Yeah, I know. I think I know who you're talking. Let's see if somebody in the chat can help us. Who's this guy?
He looked just like Willian. You know, talk about a guy who used to play for Belgium. He used to look kind of like Willian. I forget.
Oh, Witzel.
Axel Witzel. Bro, Belgium had a stacked team. All in the defense was big players, bro. You know what I mean? And Belgium just never took it over the line. It was just one of those things for me.
To short head Fellaini.
Yeah.
Carrasco. Look at bringing names there. Defoe, Mounier. Mounier. Bro, Chadi. Bro, look at the side that they had. Nangalon, Dembele, Januzaj.
Yannick Carrasco.
Benteke, Mertens. I'm telling you, Vertonghen. They had a company all the way around. Vermaelen. They had a stacked team, bro. They had one of the biggest teams
as well.
Boxes man on the scene. I'm telling you, they had a big squad. They had one of those bomb squads. It was like Germany squad for the 2010 World Cup. Bomb squad. It's like England, bro. Like for me,
stop it. Courtois as well. Oh my
God. Courtois and Mignolet. And and you know, if you know Minole at a point in time was a real sought after keeper, real good back. So
Wow.
for me, it's
Wow.
like England, bro. Belgium suffering a situation like England, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And I feel like for me, England issue is the fact that they have this focus on it being an English coach. I
yeah.
mean, for me, Capello wasn't the coach at the time. I feel like they
Mhm.
make the wrong choice when they went for Capello. But
Mhm.
now they have so many coaches, bro, that England should have a coach that coach in a system that suit the type of players they have. And Southgate is never that. Like England have an
Yeah.
expansive team, a team that should play possession based football and intense pressing and a lot of attacking football. And they have a coach that display a back five defensive with no clear patterns of attacking play, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Long ball.
Let's hear the voice of Admiral Drex in the building. Guys, we got about 20 people tuned in. I hope it's at least like 19 likes. Come on, come on. Admiral Drex, what you saying, brother?
Yo, big up people. How are you
Big
doing?
up.
Good, brother. What happened to this golden generation that box has just put up right there? Of
Bro, they one simple I think somebody mentioned it just now. Was it until Arsenal?
yeah.
It's they didn't get have the coach. Like what Mark is saying. England had the problem even with them Lampard and Gerrards and Rooney's.
Mm,
They didn't find the right coach. And this thing with this goes again to you could actually translate it into bring it back into club football where you don't have one coach actually just manning a team to actually put his vision on the players, right? Now we could
yeah.
say everybody, I myself, I'm a victim of this, can say what's his name? The current England coach, Southgate, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
100% good. He's not that bad. He's been there for long, and you could see how the team is playing. Is he playing a fine football? No, but he has over time tried to put his ideology into the players. Now, that for me, it's not a problem. The fact that he's trying to use players that are flair, players who have the flair. He's trying to be pragmatic with them. Is the problem because you're supposed to know the kind of players you have and deal with it, right? Now, translating that back to the German to the Dutch side, the Belgium team,
Belgium. Yeah.
they had a good defense. They had midfielders that could play, I think, any kind of football, counter attacking, possession, any kind of football you want to play. But they didn't just have the right coach. That guy that used to coach
Oh,
Wigan, what was his name?
Roberto Martinez.
Martinez, to me, I think he's moved to Portugal. He's still going to experience the same thing in Portugal. He wasn't the right guy, man. Like
Yeah.
before him, they had somebody else. That same person didn't do a good job. How do
Um,
you?
I think they had this guy who failed at the Dutch coach who failed in England. What's his name? He coached
on the
Barca.
ball.
No, not the
The
Boa.
ball. Oh,
No. The next one is
oh.
the kind of I don't want to
It's not
describe him as
Coleman.
the fact
Is it
by
Coleman?
Coleman.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
man.
yeah. You see the kind of coaches they are getting, right? For
Yeah.
star-studded club team like this, you need somebody. I wouldn't say Mourinho would be a better. I wouldn't say Mourinho would be a better suit for such thing. You need to get somebody that understands these players, not just because they have one star name, right? Just look for somebody that can understand these players, that know what these players want, right? Now, let me take a leaf out of the African Cup of Nations book, right? Now,
Yeah.
Ivory Coast, they were almost on the brink of elimination, and they got in through the back door, like we like to say, right?
Yeah.
They scouted around, look for. They actually, when they knew that they were not gonna make it to round of 16, they fired their coach. At the brink of now, it was done that Zambia could lost to Morocco, and they were in on the back door. Went back to beg the same coach that was was basically almost getting them out of the thing. Now, what did they do? They went shopping for coaches at that nick of that time. They couldn't get. They went back to somebody that understood the players, which was a guy from the team, from the national team. I think it was the under 21 coach, right? They got somebody that understand what the players in the bench, right, the team had. So this guy was able, the like of Kesse, he benched Kesse. When he came in, he benched Kesse for that game he actually played against. Can't remember the person that they won. I think it was Senegal. He benched Kesse, right? But as the tournament,
Lewandowski just scored. Robert Lewandowski,
Bags.
what a beautiful goal,
Bags.
Mamma
Tell
mia!
man, Bags. 4-1 Liverpool, bro.
Liverpool make it
Bags.
4-1. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Hey, I still have 3 points clear. Let's go.
What's Papi say 4-1 and Papi say 4-1.
Yeah.
Is it 4-1? Big up, boss, man.
That was a really
Papi
nice goal.
Yali
by
said
Lewandowski.
4-1.
I said 3-1, right? Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Also, no, they get 3 points. Luton,
Ooh.
score a header. No, so
What's
you
this
fought
boy's
too?
name? This is it? Okay, no, this is the guy they just brought in. I thought it was it's the same young small-ish. What's his name? Is it Jones or Elliot? Elliot, yeah,
Elliot,
Elliot.
Mm.
Oh, that guy is a demon, man. That small boy is a demon, man.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so it's just the fact, like I was saying, it's just the fact that
Let's
they couldn't.
continue. Yeah, he benched Frank Kessie. That's why we
Yeah, he benched
bench
Chris Freke for
bro.
the game against Senegal, right? And
yeah.
he put the likes of Crasso wasn't. I will even start. Crasso started the tournament and was dead on arrival, right? Because when I was watching it, I did most of the cover-ups, right? I was like, why are they putting? I didn't even know Allah was on the bench until the second game where I saw Allah. I'm like, why is this coach putting Allah on the bench, right? So this guy came in. The first game, let it not be as if he's trying to impose himself. He still went with the same selection that the previous manager was going to use. But inside the game, he knew that it wasn't working, right? He understood these players. He was able to relate one-on-one with them. Am I saying get a coach from home that's indigenous or home? No. But get somebody that will know these players. You want Southgate. That's why the likes of Harry Maguire, Kevin Phillips, and the likes, they will continue playing for England because Gareth Southgate know these players. So he can relate with these players, right? So you need a coach that can actually relate with 80% of the team, especially the national team, because it's very difficult to go around picking players that play from different club and different philosophy, try to assemble them to play your philosophy. It's going to be difficult. So that's why you need somebody that can actually understand these players and say, okay, this person likes to play. If I give this person a pragmatic football, can he do it with the ability he has? For someone like Jadon Sancho, you want to go ask him to play pragmatic football, it's gonna be tough. That's why for me, I'm even answering. I'm wondering for Sancho, like, okay, when Ten Hag first came, he wanted to play some sort of counter-attacking or maybe restrictive football, but this next season it was going to be a transitional football. You should be benefiting from it, but for some reason that's a side. I'm just saying, on my opinion, why the Belgian team and the English team are not maximizing their potentials is because they have someone that doesn't understand, not just forget about coaching, and understand your players, man. Understand what you have right in front of you and how to use it. You might be the best coach in the world, but if you lack that understanding, man, you will struggle. You would struggle.
Exactly.
You
I'll
would
chime
struggle.
in and say, Trinidad and Tobago, we had the last time we went to the World Cup, we had a Dutch coach, right? He was real famous, Leo Beenhakker. He coached Bayern Munich, Juventus, Milan, Barca. He coached a lot of big teams. And he come and he took us to the World Cup. His style of play is the same style of play that Pep and all these guys played. You know what I mean? That Gilgan press style. So what was happening is that some of the players they wasn't fit enough to play the system, so it was tasking. And then we end up had this coach after called I think his name was Jürgen Linninen or something, Linninen or something. Anyway, whoever this thing is, he wasn't working out because he was changing the style. Now they have this new coach who's a local, and I don't really favor him, but the style of football he trying to play is similar to what Leo Beenhakker was playing, and it's starting to work because in the first couple months we weren't really doing well. Normally, the only teams that give you Trinidad trouble in CONCACAF is the USA, Mexico, and sometimes Jamaica and Canada. And the first year with him, we was losing to those teams. Now this year, we winning all the games. Even with 10 men, we coming back to win games against USA. You know what I mean? So, in a thing like sometimes it's hard to take a risk and do something different sometimes because the players in your team evolving. Look, you always hear me talking about I want to get Jadon Sancho to play for Trinidad and Marcus Edwards because they have Trinidad roots. But it's because we play now will suit those guys.
Sorry to cut you back. Let me answer what's his name, Brush. I didn't put the bet, but going forward, I have a few of you guys I'll be telling, especially Montana. That guy is a demon when it comes to prediction. That guy is good. So, go ahead, Mark. Sorry to.
I want to also Mark, as you continue, I also want to welcome Omo Solo to the stage. Shout out to Omo.
You see, this is what happened when you don't have Champions League football. You start talking about Belgium. You start talking about international football. You see what happened in the Champions League?
Omo, calm down.
I'm always gonna have. Listen, this is not my agenda. Listen, my agenda hasn't started yet. First of all, Champions League, we're not in there. Our manager knocked us out. Now we're watching Liverpool versus Luton, and they are here starting youth. Salah's never playing. Salah's never playing.
But
injured.
Hold on. Stop. I just want to interject on the youth part.
Omo, how is Gakpo a youth? How is Gakpo a youth? Wait, listen, Omo. How is Gakpo a youth? How is Gravenberg a youth? How is Diaz a youth? How is Van Dijk a youth? Come on, bro.
Listen.
Come on, bro.
I'm not even talking about those players. You know those players are old enough.
We have more youth in our squad.
I'm talking about that
games than any other team.
I'm talking about that right back. I'm talking about the people coming off the bench, the kids. Look at us.
We have more kids in our squad.
The man just brought 2 kids on. About what? I'm watching again. The man just brought 2 kids about 5 minutes ago, bro. But we have kids in our team. We have kids that start week in, week out.
It doesn't matter what time they came on. They came on.
Your agenda. I love your agenda because your agenda was agenda. That's why I like you. Your agenda was agenda. I believe it.
You think logic work yet? Nope.
No, logic doesn't work here with no logic. Logic is out of the window here, man. Logic is
always there with the chaos and not logic.
Omo come here with the wrong fire.
I love this guy.
It's like a show with the delegates. You know when KG bring up the guys to rush the guys. KG bring up everybody to rush them. You know when they come in and he's like they're talking spark and KG just load the channel with like other viewers to other callers
to rush. Let's hear what Omo is saying. He hasn't landed his point. He just keep like tackling it. Let's hear the.
I'm just here to enjoy Champions League football since we're not in it. Let me enjoy proper Champions League football from proper other clubs. Enjoy it. And you think I'm what Liverpool Luton? That's a beat down game.
I have like 2 screens on, right? So I have the Liverpool on the small one.
3-1.
I have the Barcelona on the big one. So I'm just keeping the tabs on.
Like I knew Luton would score a goal. They might lose.
Hey yo,
but they will score 1 goal. It doesn't matter. They will score. They will lose, but they will score. Clean sheet against Luton? Never.
Omo pull up like I don't want peace. I want war.
He's Mr. Chaos.
If it was Manchester United, he would be like, we let Luton score. We was 1-0 down for an entire half against Luton.
No.
It's Liverpool. No. It's Liverpool, so it's okay.
What's my prediction versus Luton? 2-1.
Oh my God.
This is Luton. They will score. This is not clean sheet. I expect them to score. I don't care.
Hey, guys, at least we didn't concede a goal of that.
They are the most proper violence thing ever. Luton could lose 5-1. But that's the whole point. We live here with something.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't concede at home on the home field. We 1-0 to the nil. Luton couldn't score.
Mark. Now that Omo is here, I want to ask a question to you guys because I heard Mark saying Kravak, the Wi-Fi password guy in I can't pronounce it. Yeah. I heard you said he's a bomb.
Hold on, Drex. You said the Wi-Fi password guy.
I'd rather just go comic out and actually try to ruin his name, bro. Man, I don't want to. So, Mark, you said the guy is a bomb because I think I saw it somewhere in the chat. You were like that guy Crava is not what I want. I want you to say. I want you to say it again.
Everybody
Kiwisha.
talking about this
Says
guy
Sunday.
like he is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Nobody
right?
said that. Nobody said that.
No,
You
no,
are
no,
making
no,
that
no,
up.
no.
No,
This
you are the
was-
one
I
making
didn't
that
cut
up
you
in your
when you
head.
was asking me the question, right? So I was just telling, I just saying what people saying. People is talk about, let's get this guy from Napoli, 90 mil, let's pay for him. It's the same thing people say about Olise, bro. You know what I mean? And from in my opinion, the kind of rating they're giving these players who haven't really done it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he won a season last season, but where was him for the entire season for Napoli this season? I mean, Garnacho had more contributions this
Bro,
season. than
1
him.
tree don't make a forest. Why?
No,
It's a team. Football is no.
That's not it. You
Football is
asked
a
me
team
question,
sport.
let me finish.
Okay, finish.
Right. So all I'm saying is, let me see him end the season at least on a positive note, you know, showing some kind of inkling of the same performances of last season before we say, yes, let's go get him and he could do it again, possibly. You know what I mean? Until then, I'm not going to spend 90 million on this guy when we have a better winger and we don't need to pay for him. We just need to bring him home. It's the same thing with Olise. Why spend 60 million for half the player that we have on loan? It don't compute for me. These kind of statements is like everybody like Neto. Cool, Neto is good. But Neto best foot can't even fit in our loan player boots, and he have 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just look at the facts. We don't have that much cash, but we have a talent that has been showing he can dominate us a league 18 months after he's been on the sidelines watching games. Understand what I'm saying here? This is not normal. This is something that you don't just see. Look at Ivan Toney. Everybody's talking about Toney. He spent less than 9 months out of the game and he's looking like he need probably another 6 months of playing to get back to that form. Mason
But-
Greenwood take 1 month.
No, but
And he was back.
different stroke for with different folks, right? You
Okay.
can't use one same stick to flog different people, right? So when you say the man needs time to actually build himself up to get back to shape. I was listening to Hazard's one of Hazard's interview with Mikelobi and this other guy, right, where he said after the season, right, he just checks out and he has to go like when he knows when he comes back from the season, he's gonna be like what maybe 5 kg added onto his weight, and he takes him about a month to get himself back into rhythm, right? So why will a player that has been out for 8 months, you don't know what he was doing, that has been out for 8 months, come back and he needs, if he wants to take time to actually get back himself, he can. And don't make it sound like the Ivan Toney guy that you're talking about is trash, because the guy has actually scored 3 or 4 goals since he came back.
A free kick, a penalty, and a penalty.
Bro, a goal is a goal.
A goal is not a goal, brother.
Haaland scored a scrappy goal against this guy the other day, and we were all celebrating it.
Yeah, but look at the bangers he scored, bro.
Mark, if you want to do
Bro,
bias,
listen.
we'll create another show. I will tell Papi to create another show. You and I, right? I will come on that show. Let me get to Omo. Pause. Let me get to Omo. Omo, do you think Crava is a bomb?
Kawashila is not a bomb.
Okay.
He's not a bomb. He's a baller.
He's a top baller.
90 million. If you had the opportunity to buy him 90 million or even 80, right? Is this something that you would do?
90 or 80 for Manchester United? Yes, we have no right winger.
So I don't understand where Mark is saying. Because for me, everybody knows my stand about this. He plays up the left, but he also plays on the right.
Oh yeah,
as well.
he plays on the left. He plays on the right. He will play both wings.
Both wings.
He's a better left winger than Garnacho. He's a better left winger than.
How many games he played off the right? What was his performance like off the right?
Bro, let's make it like this. He's a better player than Garnacho.
Nah, not on the right. Bro. I guarantee you, his performance is on the right.
Papi, one of these days, just create a streamer. We'll do a debate.
This is why I don't look at clips. I don't look at all those other things. I just look at a 90-minute match.
I watched
100%, bro.
Right, and I watched the games. He played 7 games off the right in a season, a full season.
Mark, I want to use your same. I want to use your same logic against you. What has Greenwood done in Getafe?
more than he done in this whole season.
Where is Greenwood's team in? Where is Greenwood's team in
Greenwood team
the
is
Spanish
10th.
league?
You know how many,
Okay, so where is Napoli in the league? Listen to me. Where's Napoli in the league?
Wait.
Listen. Where is Nap? You've been using this old a player does all this this season.
Okay.
Where's Napoli in the league?
How many goal contributions and assists? How many goal contributions and assists Kvaratskhelia has had? How many times he started for Napoli this season? How many times he come off the bench halftime with no contribution?
Bro, did you know that this man was at AFC Asian Cup? His team actually put South Korea out. If not for
when he was playing.
But I'm telling you, it wasn't. You are asking me a question. I'm telling you, he's not been in this. He's not been in this season because he had to go for the Asian Cup.
Georgia, right?
Yeah.
From Georgia, you know.
Napoli just scored. Victor Osimhen just scored.
Big goal.
It's 1-1. 1-1.
I actually thought that game was going to end 2-1 in favor of Barcelona, though.
Me too. You know, all I say is this, right, bro? All I say is this, right? You want to see Arsenal. What is Greenwood doing in Spain, right? If we comparing their performances and how it impacting their teams, Mason Greenwood is the reason Getafe in 10th because all his contribution led to goals, right? So even if he wasn't the assister, he played the ball that eventually led to the goal. So what I'm saying is this: Kvaratskhelia contribution this season has been minuscule for Napoli, minuscule at best, right? Now, if we compare them based on their performances this season, it's clear as day. And when you say to me, Kvaratskhelia could play off the right, tell me that when let me say he scored a goal or he was getting assists off the right. In the 7 games off the right, he have 1 assist. That's all. Because his game, and if you look at his performances in those games, it wasn't really to say of the level of the season on the left. Right? All I'm saying is this, right? If you want to say a player could also play on a wing, make sure they have enough sufficient contributions that would merit that statement. Now we know him as a left winger because
what's Greenwood's contribution from the left? What's Greenwood's contribution from the left?
This season, 2 assists and a goal.
Okay, so how is that worse than how is that worse than Carver from the right?
Because that's just 2 games he played off.
Mark, I know you like Greenwood, right? I don't have a problem with it.
Ask me is the difference? He only played 2 games on the left. All the other games he played off the right.
They are comparing Greenwood and Kivichak.
You see, this is why
you ask me a question. I answer a question. You don't like the answer, so you're upset.
I'm not upset. No, I'm not upset. You were downplaying Carver's contribution from the right. Only to say Greenwood just got only 2 goals from the left. I'm like, okay, it's not like Greenwood is
2 games. All the other games off the right, on the right, he has 5 goals and 4 assists off the right.
Okay.
Right?
This is why people get blinded by GA.
All I'm saying to you is this, right?
I always get blinded by GA. This all started with the Messi versus Ronaldo.
Forget GA. All right, you want to talk about GA? Let me talk about the eye test, right? Because I was talking about GA. Let me close
do
up
eye test,
and talk about the eye test. If you watch Greenwood this season at Getafe, you could, by a country mile, you could tell he's the best player on the field of play on all the players on the field, whether it's their team or the other team, right? Now, when he was playing against Real Madrid, I wanted to understand something. The tactic Real Madrid have was to mark him with 2 players at every single time in the game, even when he was off the ball. He had a man following him, right? I don't see that with Kvaratskhelia this season at Napoli. I've seen him play this season. He's been awful, right? Awful, right? His best contributions was the game right before he leave to go to Asian Cup and the last 2 games after he came back from Asian Cup that he played. Right, and currently in this game for Napoli, he's not looking that great. That is me being very enthusiastic about his performance tonight thus far. So all I'm saying to you is this: I'm not trying to say that he's not a great player. He's not going to be a great player eventually. You know, we've seen what he could do last season, but he needs to replicate that before you say, "Listen, let's play 90 million for this dude," because otherwise he would be similar to Antony. He'd be similar to Jack Grealish. And let me be real, Jack Grealish is the biggest flop in the Premier League of the wing. Because he played 1 month in his first season being bought for 105 million.
Oh, Mark.
He had a very good 3 months last season. 3 months at best. right? And this season he's been flop.
This Osimhen's goal is a very good goal, man. Very good.
Yeah, that was.
It's a striker goal.
So in 3 years, Jack Grealish don't even have the same output as Marcus Rashford. And I just want to say, and I'm not even including last season, Marcus.
Those are big statements there.
So if you look at his output over the last 2.5 seasons, and you compare him to Marcus last 2 seasons.
Mark, pass the ball.
Mark, if you have a winger, what do you expect from 105 million pounds? It seems like when you grade the players, Manchester United is such on a high pedestal.
No, bro.
You want to compare another player to that?
I just usually worst winger in the league, the average worst winger in the league to compare to somebody who's everybody's talk about as the best winger in the league. And I just want to know his output. Talk about his output, bro, because Jack Grealish output for Man City, other than the 3 months for last season, was rubbish.
Again, it's like Manchester United is such a high pedestal that for a place to compare to
not even that. You try more than
that. Like the only player you would take from City is probably Kevin De Bruyne over Bruno Fernandes. Probably.
I take Kevin De Bruyne because I don't rate him. So no one is saying before.
Again, it's your opinion how you rate him. I'm not gonna argue.
Okay, bro. I rate Bernardo Silva better than Kevin De Bruyne, but that's just me. Because I see Bernardo Silva do it for club and country. Wherever he go, he's a big baller, right? He's win things. Right?
I'm not
so,
looking at
in my opinion,
Mark, see when you're talking in shows like this, right? Just because you have you don't rate a player, right? Don't say things like this player is a bomb or this player is that. No, it doesn't. Or just because
I never said it was a bomb.
Or just because you like a particular player doesn't mean that he's super exceptional, like he's sensational. It's not. I've watched Carver play, I've watched Greenwood play. They are both good players, right? But where I tend to just lose it sometimes is when and it's your opinion, you can actually put who you want to put up there, right? But and not just you, even on Twitter, I see it a lot. Most of them I just ease and just walk past because because you don't rate, just because you like a player, right, doesn't mean that there's when you're comparing to a different.
You saying I said the players are bum? I never said that, and I
wish I could pull up that thing.
I will pull up the comment. I will pull it up because I never said it.
Because when I hear things like that, I'm like, yo,
I said he's not worth 90 million. You know what I mean? I never said he was a bum.
Because when I see things like that, I'm like, why Carver's?
I'm gonna get a refill. Thank you.
Because look, honest.
Last season he was one of their best players, if not the best player for them. So I'm like, okay, how? Because it's not Napoli this season has been poor from and it's true. Napoli has been poor this season.
Listen. Here your problem, right? My problem. I'm not attributing his form to his team. I'm not attributing any player form to the team. Every player have a responsibility to perform for their own selves. It's the reason why they are top players, because they perform, right? Mm-hmm. When you tie in a player performance with a teammate or the rest of his team, bro, you just take that player down the level that you don't want them to go down to. And this is just my opinion on how I look at players. So when I rate a player, I don't rate him based on the performance of his team. If he's performing at an average 7 out of 7 every game, his team have nothing to do with me. Because he's showing why he's a top player, because he coming out on every day and he getting the job done. He putting out his work. And this is what you should expect from all top players, bro. They come out and putting the work. But this is why they're elite.
He is doing that at Napoli, just that the way they play have changed from last year to this year.
100%.
All right, but this is why I say, bro.
This is why exactly I am right with but you don't factor in variables. You just hold on.
Bro, I factored in. What did I say, bro? I said to you, he's not performing at the same level last season as this season, right? So let's see how he finished this season strongly before we say, listen, he's worth 90 million to purchase. Because what is wrong in that statement, bro? It's like nothing wrong with that statement.
I understand. You want to see how this
he's not showing the levels that he shown last season. So all right, this is just my opinion, right? If it is he come to the club and he never showed the levels that he showed in his first season at Napoli, what we going to do? Blame the coach? We going to blame Ten Hag for that? Or we going to blame the scouting department for not doing due diligence on the players to see, well, maybe that was just a fluke season? Because it's the same thing with Marcus Rashford we having right now, you know, bro. He had a real good 3 months last year, right? And look what's going on right now. if you look at the season before that, was the same low performance. So what? You go and buy a next player who want to come good one season every other year?
I hear you.
Bro.
So we're gonna wait till the end of the season. But I'm not. And again, I don't like getting drawn into what the player's price is, because whatever the selling club decides to put on the player, right? That's on them. And if they have a buying club that matches that price, it's up to them. I'm not.
Yeah, but
so
Rex, that's not even the issue. All I'm saying to you,
I understand. I finally got in what you're saying. I finally got in what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So let's just move away from this conversation so we don't bore the people.
Don't pay 80. Listen to what I'm saying. If we say Rashford is 90 million, right, and that is our appraisal of the player, right? But if we purchasing a player from another club, then you don't think we should have our appraisal ourselves besides what the club appraised him at?
100.
Well, right, that's just me. So that's all I have. I just saying to you based on the season performance.
Jesus, Anguissa almost made it too. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
That was so close. So close.
You know, so all I'm saying is, bro.
There's Napoli Barcelona game is gonna end 2-1. I don't know which direction though.
And also, Napoli just got a new manager.
Can't say 2-1 and come in.
Yeah, Napoli got a new manager.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say what I say.
No, I'm saying for the Champions League match. Like, they just got a new manager, I believe.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying Omo, because for me, that's why I say let me see how we finish the rest of the season, and maybe he might be worth the 90.
He got a new manager yesterday.
You know, so I just saying.
Did they fire the previous one?
Season, I wouldn't pay 90 million.
The new one got
hired. They fired the previous manager last.
Because I know they gave him two games before the Champions League. Yeah, and it was yeah. No, so, man, that's brutal. That's ruthless, man. But okay, we're gonna talk.
There for 2 seasons, not so, or 3.
Bro, I understand. I understand. It's time to move on. I get it. It goes back to the same thing we were talking about, the old Belgium thing and everything. Like when player, I don't like seeing managers go, right? Mark, wrap up your thing so we move on to another conversation so we don't bore these guys.
No, we could move on, bro. I already go for that.
Okay.
I already have it.
Yeah, and I think Box put it well by saying I wouldn't mind both Kivicha and Greenwood back at Man United. You know
there's something I need in team, and that's competition. All this
100, yeah, man.
I don't want it. We've had that for so many years.
The great Sir Alex Ferguson had 4 strikers at his beck and call. Anytime he had 4 strikers.
This is why I'm saying
minimum 3, not just wingers. Minimum 3 strikers down there waiting. You know,
because
I just want to ask you this, right? So you want to have 8 wingers, bro?
I'm not saying
because
I'll tell
right
you what
now,
I want.
listen, right? The reason why I'm saying that is because if we was to buy Olise and we buy Kevra, we already have 7 wingers, 7.
Bro, we can actually move some players on, right? Ahmad, Pelestri.
No, but that's it. Okay, we're talking about in the event that we.
Okay, in the event, no. In the
because
event, I don't feel like but it doesn't make sense to actually go get right wingers now, and you still have a lot of those guys.
Exactly. What we need is a left back, center back, and a striker. That's it.
Yeah, because we don't. But what we are saying is, okay, now we are trying to talk like people that have been run by people that know their job, because we're going to be getting. So we got Sir Jim in now. There's going to be. He already stated it. He said something about not. He said something about. I interpreted it biasly by saying, okay, I'm going to give this manager time. I want to set up structure behind him because previous good managers have come and failed, right? So now we are talking as one that's actually going to experience structure behind our club. So whenever I'm saying something like, okay, another right wing means that the people behind are going to be selling players. Like if Ahmad is surplus to requirement, boom. Pelestri surplus to requirement, boom. If you want to take a loss on Antony, so be it. If you want to, if you wake up on money and say, okay, I feel like Rashford is not doing what we need to do. We can raise money from Rashford and you want to sell him. Boom. You want to bring Greenwood back? Boom. See, you don't want to bring Greenwood back. Right now, I'm at the place where I know once we get a structure, I leave them to do whatever they want to do. I don't want to cry about, no, play this player, play that player. No. So I'm saying if we sell players like Ahmad, Pelestri, that would that raise us 30 million? I don't think so, right? Maybe.
No, 21
Bro,
max is how I see it.
So
in my
so
honest opinion,
I'm,
I don't really
Mark,
care who
I
starts in it,
agree
bro.
with you. I agree with you when you say rather than pay 90 million, right? I agree when you say rather than pay 90 million for cover, right? Greg Greenwood back and put that 90 million somewhere else, right? I agree with
Exactly.
you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
you're not gonna go further than that, right? Like,
Yeah, that you're not losing me there. Yeah.
if Greenwood come back, they don't want him. They should sell him. They should not go on loan. Just sell him.
Yeah, because if you don't want him, like you said, right, sell him. If you want him, then make your decision quick and fast.
Let him be a starter. If he's not playing for Manchester United, sell him. No more loans. Just sell him.
Simple.
Exactly.
Simple.
This is why I like what Jim Ratcliffe say. He opened the door because let me be real about life, guys. Like at the end of the day, we want to win, and wanting to win means we must have the best. And as a squad, and I just look at this is why I don't complain when Ten Hag makes substitutions, even if I don't like McTominay, when he starts Rashford, even if I don't like Rashford, because when I look at the football or the club, bro, you gotta understand your own team, and I understand the team. This is why I don't complain, because at the end of the day, the manager have to manage, and then you had to look at not every day is a given for some of them players. Some of these players, they're not consistent, and they do, it's not every day they go and come and be the best player on the field. So I just take it for what it is most of the time. And I'm not looking for Bruno to be the next Kevin De Bruyne. I don't want him to make passes like Kevin De Bruyne or like Odegaard. The same thing, like I'm not going to say Haaland should be like Osimhen, that kind of way. So for me, I just look like let them do their own thing because they are their own players. And at the end of the day, the manager will play the player in the game when he see fit, and if it work, it work. If he didn't play, if it don't work, then is he at fault. And right now, the team now finding some consistency, so I don't really not complaining about who coming on as a substitute. But we now starting to see a consistent starting 11 for the first time
this game is gonna end 1-0 Porto. By the way, I'm just putting it out there before they score, but I feel it.
DJ Superfly is asking if anybody knows anything about this young boy Fernandez, how he's doing.
He on loan with a buy option.
Aaron Fernandez has been playing well so far for Benfica. He is playing. Yeah. He's I wouldn't say fighting, but like competing with Morato for that left back position, and like he's just a perfect fit.
But I thought I heard if he plays a certain percentage of game, it's a nailed on 6 million.
He's been playing a couple of games. He even started in the Champions League, in which I was surprised about. And pretty much he seemed like a perfect fit to that with how they want to play their team with John Mario on the left wing, with Okan Koku being that John Mario, Okan Koku, Aaron Fernandez. They make that triangle over there. So to me, it's just seemed like a perfect set in stone for him to get to Benfica. Just set him there. Yeah. You're not gonna use him. He's a perfect fit there. Just set him there, please. I don't want him coming back to Manchester United.
I don't understand what you're saying there, but
you don't want him to come back at Manchester United.
Almost said. Listen to him. Almost said, if you don't not gonna use him, you might as well just sell him there.
Bro, he guaranteed to use Shaw selling in the summer. I don't know if fans feel otherwise, but Shaw is done.
If that happened, yes or no, I just pray Benfica buys him.
Bro, Shaw is done at United, and if last year don't get fit, don't find fitness before this season, he probably will get sold too.
Mark your own words. That wait till the season's over. Let's wait till the season is over.
I want to reiterate to fans, right? And I want to reiterate to everyone that John Murtaugh and Fletcher is the one who's decide who's go out on loan and where they go on loan, not Ten Hag. Because when Ten Hag, the only thing he could do is veto a loan, saying like he don't want this player to leave for whatever reason, like what he do for Ahmad, what he do with Kobe Mainoo. You know what I mean? Certain players, he said, nah, obviously you can't get them to go nowhere. What he do at the beginning of the season with Palestri, right? Now, at the end of the day, I feel if we had Champions League still, Palestri would not go on loan because he would have been in the squad. He would be getting game time. The fact that we had so much less games to play limit him on how much game time players could play.
So it's Champions League that had to decide?
Bro, you had to look at the football. He was getting most of his game time in the Champions League. And that's a fact. He played every single Champions League game that we played.
He began those games, the Champions League. Okay.
Bro, it had nothing to do with gambling, bro. Listen, everybody is talking about it. Bro, listen, right? You is talk about you want to see youth when they come on. Oh, well, it's a gamble now. bro, we got to be consistent, bro. Right? Ten Hag has given more youth a chance and game time of any team in the Premier League this season.
No, that's false. Liverpool have. Liverpool better
Liverpool
than
play
United.
more youths. Check
Yep.
it. Go up and pull up the
Liverpool
stats,
just
bro.
played 5 brand new youths today.
Yep. Brand new.
Well, maybe that happened today. Maybe that start changed
No,
today.
not just today.
Bro,
Not
we
just today.
had 5 youths playing against Liverpool. What are you talking about?
Kwanzaa's
We
been
had
playing
5
all the
young
whole
players
game.
playing against Liverpool on the field.
That's why I don't want
7 of them playing the game.
So the manager is
7 playing the game.
Bad.
5 was on the field when the game finished.
Mark, don't get me wrong. Just because Ten Hag is not playing manager, youth.
Dan Gore Jr.
Ooh, that was close.
I wanted all to know it had 7 young players under the age of 20 that playing the game against Liverpool.
I'm not saying that the manager not play. See,
Napoli,
I'm not saying that
ended. Napoli
1-1. Yeah. I'm not saying that because the manager is not playing youth is a bad guy. No, I'm just saying that when that start, you were saying something about we played the more youth. I'm like, no.
7 young players playing the game against Liverpool. That is where I get the start from because it was the most young players to play for a team in the Premier League this season in one game. 7.
I'm not even a fan of putting young youth players in the team because my Manchester United team is not a settled team to actually play youth because they're going to burn them out. You kill their morale.
They're about to burn out mine.
Over 9 young players had played this season.
Hold on, guys. This is a Champions League stream. I know what we, like right now. I just want to mark that. I just want to mark that Napoli and Barcelona is 1-1, and Porto Arsenal is still 0-0 with like 1.5 minutes left to go. Porto might just make it 1-0. You heard it here first. I would just go ahead and say, Porto, don't let me down. Don't let me down.
Porto scored. I think Porto scored. I think Porto just scored.
They just scored? Come on!
I think so.
Come on, Arteta says Porto.
Yeah, Porto just scored. Beautiful.
Yes, I saw it right now. What a rocket. What from who? Is it Dallum? What's his name? Wow. What a goal. Thank you, GB. Thank you. You see? We were going to miss this goal. Wow. Arsenal says boo. Because guess what?
Bro, Arsenal didn't have a shot on target for the entire game. That is...
They do not deserve it.
Not one shot on target. I know watching the stats here, Papi. Arsenal had 6 shots in the entire game, 0 shots on target.
Wow.
Mark is not wrong, man. Mark is not wrong. 65% possession, 6 attempts, no shot on target. Jeez.
492 passes, 87% pass accuracy. And not one shot, bro.
Funny enough, they had 10 corners. My days.
They had on your manager.
I saw that goal. I was waiting for you to catch up.
Look at the Champions League prediction game that we play, by the way. Look at that. Only
the Champions League
at this.
competition we're not in. So let's enjoy this.
Who predicted a Porto win? Porto win?
Porto win.
Yale. I think it's Yale. Is that Yale? No.
Me, Yale, R10. Real killers on the scene.
I didn't predict this.
Manchesterunited and all predict a Porto. No. It's me and our.
Who takes Assna to? Who takes Assna to win away at this?
Luan with a bot say 1-0 Porto. Bots get in, bots. Bots get in.
Come on.
On my DraftKings, I want the Porto Arsenal.
Who's that person that says 4-0? My God, that person needs to be a 007 agent.
All right. PSV and Dortmund was 1-1. I don't think anybody got it correct. That was just a draw. And Napoli, Barcelona ended 1-1.
I had a feeling everybody pick a winner in that game because of the way Galeno was moving, where he had that first shot that hit the post. I'm like,
by the way, shout out to Yale, by the way. Yale and I in the Premier League predicted game, though. We have to go ahead and look at it was match 26.
18. No, that's match day 18, bro. No.
Yo, Mark,
That's
Mark, did you
26,
put in my prediction
I'm
for
on
the
18,
Liverpool
but
and
I
No,
wanna
Man
be
no,
on-
City
but there in the
Okay,
comments,
okay.
bro, the timestamp. So
Okay.
that's the only reason.
Okay,
You'll be
okay,
tough.
okay.
So
It'll be-
Liverpool versus Luton
Liverpool-
Town ended 4-1
Liverpool,
today.
their
4-1
pipes. I actually thought they were gonna end 3-1. Their pipes, man.
Oh, bots, man. Big up.
Hey man, I know what I'm talking about. I know my football. You know what?
Bunny, just get what, Jerry.
Hey, yo,
Man
AFTV
knows
tonight.
that
Let's
football.
go.
Look at that. Yale knows that football. Well,
Hey, I got
they-
the score.
4-1.
Hey, bots, I got the
Wow.
score difference right now. I said 3 in it. You know what I'm saying?
Dre also knows that football. Shout out to Dre and Omo. And
Wait, did we
Costa,
put in the whatchamacallit already in for the match day 20? Is it 27 or 26? 27.
26.
32.
26.
26. Yeah.
Hey, man.
So the next one, I believe, the next Premier League game is this Friday. Chelsea,
Saturday.
Chelsea is postponed. Oh, okay. So it's
Papi.
on Saturday.
Papi, you didn't put the post for the Liverpool game today?
No, I did
In the
not.
community.
I don't think I
Drex,
did.
wait till you had sent the score.
No, the previous one where do you know? Remember the one I sent in the comment section? If you go down there, check it. I have the Man City and the Liverpool one in there as well.
Wataru Endo, such a baller.
I said 3-1. I think I said 3-1 Brentford, City, then 3-1. Is it 3-1 Liverpool or 3-2?
Yeah,
Liverpool?
something like that. I'm gonna pull it.
Yeah.
I'll go into the
No,
stream.
Brentford was it? Brentford was he? I thought Brentford was gonna be. Hope I didn't say 3-1 Brentford because I could be crazy like that.
Yeah, you were crazy like that, bro.
Reckless.
I said 4-1. Yes, GB, you can still put in your predictions. It doesn't matter if you missed Liverpool, Luton Town. This is your chance to put in your predictions for the other game. You can give it to me right now in a one comment.
Hey, yo.
And then, we can go ahead and update it. Everybody that's tuned in, there's almost 20 people tuned in right now. Shout out to each one of you guys. What you're looking at is a predictor table. We put in the score predictions and your name right next to your name. And then at the end of the match day, we calculate the scores and then put them on a little league table. You can see Yale predicted this 4-1 Liverpool outcome, and Yale gets 3 points. Omo said 3-1, so Omo gets 1 point. And Yale and I, as well as Sashiv also predicted a Liverpool win. Shout out to Sashiv for that. Yeah, these are the people that have earned points. And Jesse, who predicted a 10-0, by the way.
Jesus.
Right.
I did put the 3-1. I think I could check.
What's the deadline?
You just had to check his notifications and you drop it in the non-live section, right?
Hey, I did. No, Mark, I think it was on your own channel. I put it.
Oh, on
you
my
can
own.
pull it up on your channel, Mark, and then you'll see the comment.
I was looking for it on Papi.
Oh, I sent it to you on WhatsApp as well.
Hey, Mark,
cool.
just a quick question. Do you know for the predictions on the Saturday, what's the deadline for it?
The predictions an hour before kickoff. I will obviously put a post in there. So as long as you put in your prediction before the whistle blows, that's fine. Because there's a timestamp and there's a date.
It's a 3 o'clock kickoff, which means 2 p.m. UK time.
2 p.m. UK time. It's Aston Villa, Forest, Brighton, Everton, Crystal Palace, Burnley, Man United, Fulham. Those are the 4 fixtures that are kicking off first on Saturday. So if you're tuned in right now, you can easily just go ahead and give me your Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest prediction in the chat. What do you think is going to happen between Brighton and Everton? What is your prediction, GB, or anybody else? They've got 20 people watching, guys. Let's play the game. Just give it a shot.
I'm saving my homework till Saturday morning, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah, I mean, you can also do it during the happy hour stream. We're going to do like a quick prediction stream right after that for anybody that wants to do it right before the day before, So we'll be updating the table throughout the week.
Let me quickly.
What I do, bots. What I do, I'll
Yes,
post
sir.
it on the yesterday's video stream, then the last night's predictions video. I just posted it on there.
Yes. As long as there's
You'll have a
it's
community post as well with the full list of games and stuff. So you could also do it on the community post, man.
I'll post it
say
everywhere
that.
just to make sure.
Yale, I got your prediction was Liverpool 4, Luton 1. Okay, yeah, I already put them in actually. Yes. Thank you for commenting on the video. And as well as Stephanie said 3, Liverpool, Luton 1. Did I put Stephanie's predictions as well? Stephanie. No, Stephanie said 3-1. So points for Stephanie as well. I'm looking at the comments from yesterday's video as well as who else? Shay said 4-0 to the Bees. No, the Bees were not wait, it was no, Shay. Bees were not playing. Who else in the comments? All right, Never Miss Rob, I think, was talking about the Man City game. That's what it was. Okay, Man City, Brentford. All right, cool, perfect. I think we're up to date, at least from my end, with anybody that commented on a video or on a post. That's how you can get your predictions in, by the way. Let's play the game together. It's fun. You can easily catch up if you haven't played, shout out to everybody that's been doing it. Let's look at the league table one more time and look at how things are looking over there. We got Manj leading with 84 points. Luan in second position, 81 points. Omo on third with 78 points. And I'm on fourth with 67. R10 right behind me with 66. Mark also behind with 65. And then Sashiv lurking in the background with 59. And then Imran Khan, Drex, Stephanie, Shay, Dominic, Ronald, Real Malden. Come on. This is interesting. This is great. Real Malden is Frank. What position is Thomas Frank? Brentford is 14th. So 15th is Crystal Palace. And that's Montana's position. And Palace.
You're missing my United Fulham.
Huh? Glasner.
If you go back, match week, the new match week, whatever that number.
Oh, this Saturday, yeah.
Crystal Palace new manager is Glasner.
Palace about to get a win. Finally, give me.
Wait, go back to the final match week again.
Hey guys, didn't go to Ramsey yet? Did you look at the manager of Palace?
Olmo don't have his Fulham score. Where's he score, Olmo?
Just give me a moment, Olmo. I'll go back 1 second.
I'll wait in for you, Papi. Just say the score, Olmo, when you're ready.
United Fulham, the great Andres Ferreira. Is John Paulino is not playing, right?
Suspended, yeah.
Okay, so United should win this 2-1.
Oh, bro, when did I have 84 points? Jesus.
Jeez.
Right.
Keep rubbing it
down.
Where's Yali?
No, honestly, Mark, I did not know.
United score. All right.
Yali is Nuno Espirito Santo at this moment in this table.
Who do Crystal Palace play against? Brighton, right?
Really?
And what score do I have for that? Brighton.
I think it's Burnley. It's not Crystal Palace plays Burnley. They're not Brighton.
Oh, it's Burnley. 3 o'clock. Yeah.
That should be like a 2-0.
I don't remember the score I put up there.
Oh, Barcelona.
Guys, if you're in the chat, you haven't given me your prediction for the other games of match day 26. Let me know.
Wait, hold up. Where's Angel? I don't see him on here.
Their game. They have no game this week.
So is it more worth it for me to watch Premier League if they don't have a game?
I mean,
should I erase all my bets now? Like, this is not fun. Angel is not playing.
Angel and Eriktenhag on level points with Angel after this weekend. I want to hear you talk next week. when they get
we
smashed up next week by Arsenal.
We better win first, man.
We'll be there.
Real Malden's predictions got switched, by the way. Real Malden predicted a 2-0
No,
win.
No, brother. No, brother.
Oh, did you put 2-0?
No, brother.
Real
He
Malden
said
put
they were winning.
2-0 Luton.
He put 2-0 Luton, brother. It was in the
I mean-
comments.
I mean, to be
Okay.
fair, he did. Luton were winning 1-0, but here we are.
Wait, hold on. What is that Palace match? Oh, okay. I put 2-0. Okay.
Let me pull up the evidence. Real Malden. I think I am able to see your comments in the
Clearly
other.
said 2-0 Luton at the end. No Liverpool anyway.
What did
So,
Mark?
that's
okay.
why I put.
Oh crap!
Real Malden, apparently Mark double checked. And, if you have evidence that you put 2-0 Liverpool instead of 2-0 Luton, please kindly produce it. I am browsing through the previous stream, but I will do that a little bit more thoroughly later on to make sure you got the right score in there. Don't want to owe you a point, bro. Shout out to everybody, Quad Star, as well as Jesse, the people that started playing the game yesterday, showing that, you know what, it's all good. You can just participate. This is your chance if you want to do so as well. Also, by the way, Real Malden says, okay, my mistake. Real Malden was checking to see.
Yeah, Malden, I did ask you, if you play back the voice on the stream, you would hear me asking you, Malden, 2-0 Luton, right? I was confirming because I read it twice before I moved on to the next person because I didn't want to get anybody's scores wrong. You want to try and keep a certain
He
level
must
of
have
performance.
predicted right after you, Mark, because you said 2-1.
Yeah,
Hey,
actually his scores was in long before. His scores
That's
was
fake
in long
Malden.
before.
Fake Malden.
But Malden, we was up 1-0, bro, for 45 minutes plus extra time, so you never know. You know what I mean? It was possible. It was almost possible. Yeah, we're back in Luton against Liverpool, bro. Come on, bro.
You know what's happened? What's funny? I looked at the score. I've said, Luton winning 1-0. Oh, it's too early. Oh.
Quick question that GB is throwing into the house, will Vincent Kompany ever get fired? My goodness, Vincent Kompany has accumulated 18 losses, 4 draws, and only 3 wins so far after 25 matches played. What a record.
I mean, to be fair, this is just my honest opinion about Burnley. They're just not at Premier League level. I mean, they have good potential.
Mark, is it because he doesn't have the right players or his methods are just not good enough for the Premier League? What is it?
I feel like the players, they have a decent squad, but the best players on his team are some of the youngest players on the team as well. And the guys who are the senior players, they're really not good enough. So I feel it's if you look at some of their games, right? Let me be fair to them. It have some of their games where they defended well for almost 70 minutes before they conceded. And I think that, and then they concede 2 or 3 goals because they get tired, or somebody make a mistake, and then once the heads drop is bang bang bang. So in my honest opinion, I feel like they just was not fully prepared. At a squad at that level, they will compete at championship level comfortably, right? But it's if you compare them to Luton, and this is where I would draw the comparison, right? Luton have a squad that may not have been drilled before coming to the Premier League as well as Burnley, but the talent level in Luton's squad and the acquisitions that they made brought them all to that level. Because if you look at Luton's squad, Luton have 2 Manchester United graduates who play Premier League or come in certain games and there's a Premier League squad training with the Premier League squad. Yeah, you know what I mean? That already level up Luton. Then they went and they get what's this dude name? Who wearing the number 6? It's Barnes.
Barkley.
Ross Barkley. They went and get Ross Barkley. He have a good ability, a high level of ability. So it's let me say he's of the Premier League level in the midfield, and he's experienced. He's a man come here, was trying to be successful. He went to a couple different clubs, never really make it, went to another league, and then they bring him back. So he know what he need to do. So Luton evolved themselves into preparation to be at the level where they would compete at a higher level when necessary, in my opinion, from looking at them. Sheffield.
What do you think, Manch?
My thing is he did such a great job for bringing them up to the Premier League. I think they're giving them benefit of the doubt this season, and if they go down, they go down. I think they'll be straight back up again. They're like West Brom, like a yo-yo team.
Yeah.
So I think they'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
I just think that they didn't buy enough Premier League players to play for their system. They bought, like you see the transfer market, most of half the players that they spent over 10 mil on, they played outside the Premier League. You need to buy if you're gonna come up from down to up, you need to buy Premier League players that have played in the Premier League just to stay there, because that's what Forest have done. That's what Luton have done. Like they're not up, but they're like fighting relegation. So pretty much they're gonna drop back down. They're gonna get relegated. They just still keep Vincent Company, because you're already getting relegated. Just let him weather out the storm and figure out what you're gonna do next season. And their players should definitely get poached. I see like four of their players should get
goalkeeper
bought out
for
already.
sure.
What's that?
It have a midfielder playing for Burnley and the goalkeeper for sure. Trafford and
Trafford is gonna get poached. Colesho is gonna get poached. Sanderberg is gonna get poached. Jordan Bayer is gonna get poached. These are players that they bought this season, and they're all gonna get sold. And next year, you just come back and buy. If they get upgraded, buy Premier League players. Only Premier League players.
Experienced players.
I hear it. Curious, Drex, where do you stand on this? The Burnley's in between, trapped between relegation zone and promotion to the Premier League.
Bro, if you there's no point sacking the manager at this point. Like what Omar rightly said, you're going down. You're going down.
You don't think if they got a new manager, they'll get a new manager bounce and just pick things up and then start winning?
Sometimes it's not the manager. You got to look past the manager. You got to look at the players, bro. You have to, like what everybody is saying. They didn't do. See Forest. See what McCauley. See Luton Town. See when this team come in, they try to get, even if it's crap. I don't like to use the word, but they try to get players around, right? That is been in the Premier League. That could actually help them, right? Even if it's players that are on their last contract. Yeah. So for me, I know it's a sackable offense because the likes of Frank de Boer came into Crystal Palace and it didn't last, right? It's a sackable offense, but I think Company did a lot for them, so they won't just let him go like that. They won't. For me, Company bringing them back into the Premier League, right? They already saw it as maybe to them achieving something, right? So now that he's here and he's facing it, they're like, okay, we weren't expecting it this soon, but we got it, right? So they might just stay with him. Guys, I have to. Let me just
Baby Drex.
Baby Drex agrees.
You know what, Papi? I feel like it's not really on Company, Well, okay, in a way, I feel it's partially on Company, but it's equally on the club recruitment fault, because they recruited. They could have recruited more. They could have buy Fred. They could have buy a Fred. They could have buy a Anthony Martial. They could have buy a defense player like this guy who left Manchester United, who's play left back, Alex Telles. They could have buy Alex Telles.
They could buy a Dallo.
They could have bro, don't disrespect Dallo. Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, they could have buy other players from other teams for not so much of a cost, but players who at Premier League level and experience that could have enhanced their team, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't do that. They went for young, talented players that fit their system, which is in a way positive, but in a way negative because it's a risk. And Company inexperience as a manager showed. It was like Arteta in his second season at Arsenal. You know what I mean? He not play just like GB. GB saying it here exactly. This is exactly what I was thinking. Company is playing scared. Like when Company concede, if you look at the games against teams in the top 10, he just immediately shifts our defensive style when he should just play his game.
Yeah,
Get his team
he's
to attack.
considered the second most in the Premier League so far, and like his goals for, it's actually not too horrible. They've scored. Burnley has scored 25 goals. I mean, we have scored. Man United has scored 35 so far, but it's just that goals, the goals that they concede. It's just like it feels like he's the one student out of all of Pep Guardiola's descendants who's got this whole thing wrong.
He's also the only student that went to championship. Everybody else was just like they sat with him and went to Premier League team that's already built and stuff like that.
Maybe Guardiola's methods.
He has to get relegated. Like he just has to get relegated. There's no way you have 13 points.
Yeah, GB says that's the merit that got them to the Premier League. It's just they attack, and they don't seem to be doing it now. They are sort of trying to be a counter-attack sort of club or something. Like he's definitely switching how he used to play.
The man switched up real fast. He switched up too quick and too fast because I remember the championship, right?
Yeah.
They were everybody they met. They were like a moving train. If they meet you, they crush you, right? So I think he came into the Premier League because he's played in the Premier League before. And as a defender, maybe that got the better of him because he went into more like, okay, we just come up here, right? Let's not just be the one giving everybody 3 points badly. There's giving 3 points and there's giving 3 points badly. So he's thinking, okay, let me try as much as possible, especially in the home games, try to hold out. In the home games, we go out, but away games, we try to keep it compact. But don't forget, you're playing in the Premier League and you bought players that have not had the Premier League experience, or most of them have had the Championship and somewhere outside the England. So when the Premier League is moving, you have to move with it. So for me, you should take this as a lesson. Get relegated, right? Go back. Then when you're coming back up, if you're still with Burnley, when you're coming back up, then you have to make a note and say, okay, we wouldn't do what we did the last time. We wouldn't be getting players from outside Premier League. We have to get players that are played in Premier, even if it's on a loan deal. Even if we have to go to the big clubs that have those players that they want to loan out that have maybe actually had maybe 5 to 6 game match in the Premier League. Let's go get players like that. That's what Luton did, and that's what Forest did last season, right? So it's, I think some of the clubs that even when Leicester go back into the Premier League, they did a few things like that. So these are ways to actually keep yourself up in the league. I bet you with the way Burnley is playing, if they have had a few Premier League players right in that team, they would be pushing Crystal Palace. They would have been out there. Either Crystal Palace would be there. Because right now, if Everton managed to get maybe their 10-point back or 6-point back, it's either Crystal Palace. If they don't take care, they'll be there. So I just feel it's a learning curve for him. Don't forget, it was in Anderlecht. I think, was it Anderlecht or it was in the Belgium team when they recruited him, right? So
he was the player coach there.
Yeah, he's Premier League. He played in the Premier League because playing in the Premier League and coaching in the Premier League are two different things. So he's played in the Premier League, went to try out his coaching. Now quickly moved all the way to Burnley in the Championship, did well, now came to the Premier League. So he's using his previous experience as a player to do the coaching job, which he would learn, man. He would learn. But for me, I think Burnley just know that they overachieved coming back into the Premier League, and whatever they could take, they would take and go back and maybe re-strategize when they're coming back up. That's my take. So there's no point sacking him now. Just let him be, man. There's no point. It was an experiment for you guys. Just let the experiment run out. Make sure you write your conclusions and your summary and present it. That's it.
Just come back strong. Because like Leicester is coming back strong into the Premier League. So just get ready.
Leeds as well.
But the way things are going, though, it's going bad. The ship is tanking, and I get it. GB says if you're going to go out on your own and your own shield, die by the sword that you live by, and company changing his methods kind of feels like it's a little less respectable of a technical change.
100%. 100%.
So
You know?
so hopefully he doesn't set this new record for most losses in one Premier League season in the Prem. He's definitely I think Graham Potter had better, right? Graham Potter definitely won more games than
In a
Vincent
way,
Kompany.
in a way, I feel like
Graham Potter was 12.
this will make Company a better manager next season going forward
Yeah.
in his career. He will look back on this and realize all where he went wrong and all what he could have done better, and it will improve him. For me, it's up to whether the club decides to keep him.
I don't think so, because if you go to the championship, right? Let me see, I'm laughing because we think he would take, we believe he would take lessons from this, make notes and correct his mistake, right? But when you're going to a championship, it's a different ball game entirely. Like whatever strategy
you have to bully the championship,
bro.
You have to, but understand what I'm saying here, bro. Listen to me for fair play, right? When it comes to going back to the championship, right? The style of football he was playing last season was attack. He come in here and he playing pragmatic. Understand what I'm saying?
Reckless football.
Now, what if he get the football to be more in between attacking pragmatic, then somewhere in between there, balance in between there, because then that will be the Prem style that he need. Because really and truly, as a manager, you have to stick to your philosophy. You know what I mean? And he not really sticking to his philosophy. Look at Ten Hag. Look at Ange Ball. These fellas sticking to the philosophy, right? But in my opinion, he's a young manager. It's not every all right, just like how you say it, right? Earlier on, Drex. Not everybody will do it at the same time and in the same way. You know what I mean? Everybody have their own time. Everybody have their own road to cross. So in my opinion, I would look at it like this. Company mistake is he didn't do what he should have done. Stuck to his guns. Now he will learn from this and he could benefit from this. Now he going back into the championship. Nobody here saying that the coach coming from the championship not going to take Leicester to do anything next season, because you can't say that. Look at the coach of Luton. Luton come up and they was the one team. Nobody picked them. Remember when we was all picking a team who will stay up. Nobody picked Luton. I picked Luton.
I did.
You did too? But I picked Luton. And look at Luton now. You know what I mean? Luton is the one team out of the 3 teams that came up that actually looking Premier League level-ish. You know what I mean? They're competing with the big teams. You're not beating them badly. You know what I mean? Really, you know, they had the losses in the first half of the season, but the second half, they see they're making it a competitive game. You're not really seeing that from those other 2 teams. You know? So for me, it's like you could never truly predict which team will do well when they come up. Not even if they finish first. It's all about how they react and adapt in the first 6 months of the Premier League. Whichever team do it in the best way suited to their style will be the team that remain. Or if multiple of them do it, they might be sending teams that was in the Premiership last season down. So it's one of those things. It's football at the end of the day. So it's like there's no prediction to say, well, he not going to get better as a coach because he going back to the championship. You know what I mean? Because then we can't say Bellingham was coming out from the championship showing levels of world class. You know what I mean? It's like it works both ways. So it had to have a possible for him to develop and get better, because not every manager lucky to get a club to manage as their first gig that in top flight football, like Mikel Arteta, like Pep Guardiola, like, you know, these guys in a category of managers that get to manage clubs that historically in the top 4 in the league that they play in, one of the best clubs in their league and in Europe. So, you know, it's like you could comparatively say that Jose Mourinho take a team that was not rated as highly and made them a big team in world football. Comparatively, you could also say that Pep Guardiola is where he is because he was able to become the head coach at Barcelona. You know what I mean? So you can't really say, and people say Pep is one of the greatest coaches, but he basically playing a system that Johan Cruyff invent. He didn't invent his system. People say Pep have the greatest system when he didn't invent it. So
I'm laughing, Mark, because of GB's comment saying company is shopping in the Lampard and Gerrard store right now. He looks like he doesn't know
But
what he's
funny enough,
doing.
right? Of those three, he's gonna stand out soon. Of those three,
Yeah,
because
I think he's the one out of the three that will be the better coach, in my honest opinion.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
hope so.
No,
hope
I mean, even though Burnley losing, they're not playing absolute shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it have some games where they should have gotten a penalty or a good call going their way. You see, the problem with Burnley is they don't really have a player in their ranks at Premier League level that will say to the rest of the squad, listen, hey, keep your head up, we'll get our next chance. The player who doing that, he doing that from what? In the championship? But he getting twisted and turned in midfield whole game. So who go and listen to him when he having the hardest time? You know what I mean? It's like, for me, if they had some prem-proven players with experience in their ranks, they would be having a much better season, because these guys have the maturity to understand, well, look, this call mightn't go away now, but who's to say we might keep playing the way we're playing because that it working? You know what I mean? Because sometimes the way you're playing is be working, but then you concede a goal from a mistake and you change the way you play, and then you just completely lose the game. It's not the way you was playing that caused it to lose. It's the changing the way you was playing that caused it to lose. So for me, it's one of those things where I look at Burnley like they have a decent style of play regardless. And you could see, and if you had looked at them last season in the championship, there was a dominant force, far more dominant than anyone.
They look like the team that was going to steamroll a bunch. They look like the team that was going to be the problem team in the Premier League, but it turned out to be Luton.
Yeah, the transfer window could cripple you or help you or save you.
I just looked at the table. I just looked at the table. Luton have just gone back down into the bottom three of the Premier League because of the goal difference, and they play Everton on the last day of the season.
Yeah, but they have like 10 games in between now and then, or 12.
Yeah, hey, right now as we speak,
Yeah,
but
I would bet Luton.
Final.
To be fair, I would pick Luton to beat Everton because I feel like that young striker Adebayo have it in him, bro. And Luton have not only him, they have Benny, they have the next fellow, Kabure. You know what I mean?
Can I say something? One thing I think Luton has for Luton, that the Luton's downfall is the fact that they don't keep the intensity for more than 60 minutes. If you look at this game against Liverpool, right, in the first half, they were all out. They were actually going at Liverpool, right? And it's the same thing happened they did against United. They couldn't keep the pressure on for a long time. And this is where, like what everybody has said before, this is where the Premier League, right? If you've been in the Premier League for so long, this is where the experience comes in for some of these teams. They know that you would burn out very soon. So let's just hang in there. So that's why when you tell me, when you say Luton might beat Everton, I would agree with you on the one hand, but on the other hand, I wouldn't. On the one hand, why I say I would agree with you is the fact that first 50 minutes, if Luton go at Everton and go 2 goals up, right? Now the question is, does Everton have it in them to come back from a 2-goal deficit, right? So that's on the one hand. But if they keep it slim the way they did against something like Liverpool and Everton, they are good. Everton are good with set piece, and maybe it's the 70th minute, 75th minute, Everton gets a goal out of a set piece. Luton don't have that intensity at that point in time. Most of their players are down. You understand? So that's Luton actually a good side, but they only have the intensity they keep it up for like 60, 65 minutes.
Brex, what it is?
I wouldn't say no.
What it is, Luton always lack game management. They don't play games in spurts like every 5-10 minutes. We got to do this. We got to be compact. They like to go gung ho. And Drex, like you said against Liverpool today, they play very well, but eventually they run out of steam.
Exactly. But on the flip side of that coin, if they grab some goals early or within that 16 minutes of steam, they grab 2 or 3 goals, they will have that extra boost to ride out the rest of the game. But if they don't, then they're in trouble. So it's like a high-risk play football, and I mean, it suits them in a way, you know. I mean, maybe,
that's the bottom line. That's true, Mark. That thing you said is actually correct. That's the bottom line. If they don't kill the games in time, man, Like for the United game, I'm looking at it like, yo, these guys could score. These guys, but as the game progressed, right? I saw that they were dropping their tempo. Their tempo was reducing. I'm like, oh, okay. That's how. If you notice, that's how United were getting more chances, creating more chances, right? But we couldn't finish it because at this time they were like, we're knocking on this door. We've been knocking on this door, and it's not opening for us. At what point does it? Like they have this thing, the mentality just disappears. Like we've been trying our best, but you know what? These guys are strong. Let's just hang in there. Maybe a 2-1, maybe last minute we'll get something, right? But if United were clinical on that day, it would have been the same scoreline as the Liverpool today. Because that's the same thing that happens. That's exactly, if you watch the Liverpool Luton game and you watch the United Luton game, you see almost the same pattern, how they play, right? But just that Liverpool were more clinical.
But the Liverpool point too, we gotta consider they've recovered 22 points from losing positions in the Premier League this season, and that more than any other side. And they've done this again also a long time ago, where I think in 08-09, they're just mentality monsters right now. And so this season, Liverpool, like even if they concede first, they're not really phased by that.
But that's
managed to do the 12th man as well.
If you have a team that has the mentality
too,
monster, right? If you have a team that has that high mentality, that they call mentality monsters, right? And you have a team as Luton who just keeps it for 60 minutes, who do you think is going to ride the storm? Liverpool will just ride whatever is coming their way, right?
Yeah.
As long as because if you watch the game, guys, I watched the game from the first half to the last minute. If you watch the game, today's game, Luton game, Luton had chances in the first half to put this game 3-0. But they kept fluffing their lines.
That's what I'm saying. So if you get say that Liverpool have mentality monsters, you have to say that Luton didn't take the chances, because if Luton had taken the chances,
Mark, you're on the flip. You're on the other side of the coin. I'm on this side of the coin. You're on the other side.
I'm just saying, right? I'm being honest.
Put Mark and Drex on both.
This is why I didn't say nothing about Luton. Should have scored 4 goals from the beginning of my statements, because I didn't want to take it here. Because I didn't want to say, well, Liverpool are so amazing or whatnot. But if they're so amazing, they wouldn't be down trailing 1-0 47 minutes. You know what I mean? It don't make it not synonymous. So Liverpool, hats off to them, but they are one of the best teams in the Premier League done for the last decade and since before. They were always in that top 4 hunt. So realistically speaking, for them to be the second time in the same season trailing to Luton Town, bro, for more than 45 minutes is not a sign of an amazing team, that mentality monsters. Because twice they played Luton, they went behind and had to come back from behind to get a draw and had to come back from behind to get a win tonight. So let me not say that Luton wasn't playing well, because if Luton had taken their chances, bro, and in my honest opinion, they were supposed to get a penalty in this game, and one of those players from Liverpool was supposed to get a red card in the first half. So for me, I just looking at it from a perspective, what happened in the game happened. It was good that Liverpool come back, but at the end of the day, anybody would expect Liverpool to put up that kind of fight because they are that level of team, But if you look at it from the real balance and look at it that, hey, 2 times this season, them was trailing Luton for more than 45 minutes, twice. Then something Luton doing right. And that means something Liverpool is weak at. So so when you say to me, Liverpool is that great mentality monster team, and a team like Luton only has 60 minutes. In that 60 minutes, bro, if they damage you, it ain't sure to recover from it, Because if they had put 3 in Liverpool in the first half in Anfield, I telling you, bro, as good as Liverpool is, the game done. But what happened to them against United?
That's what myself and Man we talked about. Like, they keep the intensity for 60 minutes. Take your chances in that time, because if you don't, you are done. That's it. Exactly. I want to go to this Yale Mami's comment when he says Liverpool played their B team. What's the B team in Liverpool? Because Van Dijk started. What's his name? Alisson is injured. Okay, we agree. We agree to that. Started. So I don't know. Gakpo is there. What's the B team?
Hey guys,
They just play some youths. Like, that's what they did.
Hey guys, let's cut the Liverpool prop, man.
They just added some youth to it. Bradley and
Bradley, Kwanzaa, Elliot. Those are youngins.
Kwanzaa starting
I
games
won't
this
throw in
season
Elliot.
since how long?
Elliot's more of a senior now. It's only the
Elliot is more of a senior. So how is this a B team when you have McAllister, you have Endo, Gravenberch, Gakpo, Diaz, and Elliot? Where's the B team in here? I want to know where.
Gomez.
The youth is in Kwanzaa.
No, Yale is saying it's a B team. I don't see it as a B team, bro.
Oh, why do you think I ignore Yale?
Bro, but Bradley, this youth man Bradley, right? Didn't Liverpool fans were saying, bro, he was a huge miss in the game that they lost or they drew or something that over the other day when he was mourning his dad. No, that's not. Wait, stop. Because I mean, this youngster right now, a lot of the Liverpool fan base was talking about him over the last couple of games. This is not his first start. He started like about 5 or 6 games this season, and the Liverpool fan base raving about that youth man Bradley. And that Kwanzaa dude is about the 10th time this season he starts a game. So I just saying, bro, I wouldn't say B team because United playing that B team for half the season then. Why are we expecting them to
Y'all, my man, can you come up with let me put Salah in Elliot's position. Who else do I take out from that place then? If I put Salah in Elliot's position, who's going to go to the bench? Because Endo is going to be playing. Okay. Okay, this Szoboszlai has been injured, okay? So when you say B team, these players that started today actually started the 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 games back.
When they score 5, that same fella
This is a rotated first team.
put,
It's not like the strongest 11, but
bro,
it's
the fella, that youth man Bradley,
he's
the starting right back.
The
You know that,
team.
right?
Okay.
You know, if Trent was fit, Trent would have been playing in midfield, right? Not on the right back, right?
I don't I don't like this A team, B team. You have a 25-man squad. Everybody would not start.
Exactly.
Right? Everybody will not start.
Bro,
we've seen situation where
does not play in right back when that fella Connor Bradley is fit. He's playing midfield.
Midfield, yes.
Before we dwell too much on the Liverpool one, I wanted us to make sure that we touch on this comment that was conveniently put by Admiral Drex about Jadon Sancho. The manager, Edin Terzic, said Sancho knows he has to do better. What is going on with Jadon
why I put this comment right there, right? Because
I say the same thing.
Bro, I was gonna mark your story from my mouth, man. Like I wanted to actually get to people's comment. I'm like, yo, fine. Somebody might say not in the same words, right? But if most of us actually studied English. I actually had to study English because it's not my first language, right? You could see that what Ten Hag said and what this guy is saying, they're almost similar,
identical.
So I'm waiting for Sancho to put up something on his page because I've gone to his page. I haven't seen it yet. So maybe later tonight I'll get it. Because when fans say a manager is not supposed to call out a player, right?
What is this?
So why is this guy doing this? And I saw the other day people were saying, oh, Ten Hag should apologize to Sancho because Pep apologized to what's his name? What's this guy's Calvin Phillips, right?
Yeah.
Pep apologized. So they are saying that's a proper. I think I even saw it on Kudu's page. He was saying,
yeah.
He said I'm sorry, right? But people are saying Ten Hag should do the same. But I'm like, Ten Hag didn't attack this guy's. He didn't attack this guy's personality. He didn't say this guy was fat. Neither did he say this guy was sluggish. He only said in training. So I put this comment in there to actually say, what did Ten Hag say different and what did this guy say different? That one actually got the backlash and the fans were going after him. And this guy is, remember it was this same manager that said something about taking a dig at Ten Hag. I can't really remember his words, but he was like, Sancho is back to where he belongs and all of that, right? So that's why I just put the comment in there. Yeah, we love him here. So
we know how to take care of him. We know how to deal with him.
So
so if look at it like this, Drex, right? He basically say the flip side of what Ten Hag say. Because if I say to you, you could do better. Basically, I'm saying to you, you're not doing enough. You know what I mean? Or you're not training. You're not doing the right things. So what is the difference really? There's no difference in the meaning of that statement as an English speaker. You know what I mean? So I looking at that just like Drex. Like I know I glad Drex highlight that to me because I wasn't paying attention. Now that it's on my radar, tomorrow morning when I have the morning views, I will be looking for news. So
All right.
I'm just saying when people when it's in it's up what's the English now? This thing is eluding me. Okay. When we're talking about a particular person or a particular subject, right? It cut across. That's the thing. It cut across everybody. You can't just pick and choose. That's why sometimes when Mark is talking about this, some certain players, I try to step in because bro, we cannot just pick and choose. We have to look at everything with an holistic view, right? Not because we don't be biased. No, because most of the time, this show, the Football Power Hour, is not just. I know it's a Man United fan channel, right? But we like to keep it open, right? That's why we talk about the Scousers here, we talk about Everton, we talk about Champions League and all of that, right? So, so when I put the comment out there to get people's view on, okay, is this in the same bracket as what Eriktenhag said? I need somebody to actually come out and say it's different.
The exact flip.
No, Mark, not you. I say I need somebody maybe in the PR room, the chat room, to come out and tell us, okay, maybe Ten Hag should have said it this way. I need somebody on the other side to give me
me, who's a huge Sancho fan, who really and truly believed that Ten Hag rated him super highly. That's why he defended him last season while he sent him on sabbatical. Because I believe that Ten Hag rated Sancho. I believe that Sancho would be integral to our system.
Bro, if Ten Hag's style of football, right, it fits Sancho like hand in glove, bro.
Like a glove.
Hand in glove, bro. But I don't know, something like I know, Mark, I've told you behind the backstage and most of it, I'm like, that guy has been ill advised, man. He's been advised wrongly, and I don't. It's not anything against his personality. I like to leave footballers and their personality, do whatever you want to do, but keep within your circle people that can actually tell you when you're wrong. Not everybody, because people keep telling you you're right, then something definitely is wrong, bro. Something definitely is wrong.
Exactly. You know, listen, this is why it be so hard, and people will understand, right? This is why it be so hard on Marcus Rashford, because when I look at Sancho, right, I feel like he wasn't really given the opportune, and that was not really because of Ten Hag, because at the end of the day, only bought him, and he was here a year before Ten Hag, and it was really because I feel like we never allow competition on that side of the field that he want to play on, right? And because of protection, the defense league is strong on that side, and it's not people who at ground level, it's people at executive level, but that change now. So I still will, like I said, I feel like we could sell him and get the money, but who knows? And another saying this: if a certain player was to leave, and he was to be allowed to be returned, I probably would welcome it, because then I would know he would get the game time he deserves on the side of the field he wants to play on. But right now, he's not showing levels right now, and I think the manager he didn't see he probably mean the identical thing at Ten Hag and just said it in the nicest way possible. That's just my opinion.
And also,
all right.
I have a weird theory about that, though. So, Manj, go ahead.
Go ahead. Say the theory after Manj, and then from there we close up the shop with whatever closing statements we have or closing thoughts, whatever. So, Manj, what were you saying, brother?
The reason why it doesn't get much traction because one, people are bored of it now. Two, Dortmund don't get as much traction as United do. Therefore, you don't get much clicks, don't get much opinions. And that's pretty much where I'm at. Let's move on to the players that we do have at the club, please. Everyday drama, man.
I feel like we need to. I want to take this up as I make that statement. I'd like to take this time to plead to the entire fan base. Please support Antony and stop bashing him, because he's a new boy. Last year, he dealt with a lot of stress that any one of us, if we had to deal with that same situation, facing the whole world, we would probably be in a worse situation or probably same similar situation in performance in whatever we was doing in life. And as a United player who signed to the club, we already be on him for his price tag, which is not his fault. Because if the negotiation staff and recruitment was capable, they would have brought him in for 35 million. It would never be an issue. Right now, he's what we have. And let me be real. If everybody watched him before Man United, we could tell that he have all the talent in the world. He's get selected to Brazil before Gabriel Jesus, and he start for Brazil ahead of Gabriel Martinelli. So maybe he not having a good run. His form not good. His mental probably not there as yet. But he's a Man United player at the end of the day, and the transfer window is closed. We have 10 games left. We need to get the top 4. We need everybody wearing that badge to be raring to go on the field. So, guys, support the players that we have right now because they are all we have until the summer. I know it's all nice and good to talk about players who aren't coming in the summer and to sell players and get rid of players and who we would take over these players. But the most important factor is this: these are the players that we have right now.
Drop a bomb.
No, before you drop a bomb, you shouldn't have dropped a bomb. You asked me first. Mark, I hope you're going to be doing the same for Marcus Rashford.
I have been though. Have I not been, Drex? Be fair.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, going because, like you said, we have to. You definitely you've been trying, right? But I see you've been recently. You've been restraining from actually trying to go hard on him. But it's whatever you just said now. It's a new chapter. Let's just hold on to that, right? I support that 100%. I support it 100%. What I was gonna my crazy theory about the whole Sancho thing was maybe Dortmund don't want to pay 50 million or 30 million. Dortmund wants to be like, you know what, he didn't really show anything, any improvement, but you know what, we know you guys want him off. We'll take him off your end. Let's give you 20 million. What you say? I think they might be just my theory. They might be having something going behind the scene and be like, okay, no, Sancho, we're gonna make it look like
Dortmund is not buying the great Jadon Sancho.
Jeremy by no getting
20 mil.
Yeah, that's a correct theory.
Let me take a swap. I have a TV, right? Dortmund say in the summer.
I see what you're doing,
Jeremy by no gettings. Jeremy by no gettings.
Dortmund is not buying Sancho. They're not taking those wages.
They will swap him for Jeremy by no gettings, and we will be happy after that. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me.
No, we won't.
Is what? Okay.
Almost.
If we didn't get Sabitzer after what he did for us, and he ended up going.
We are not selling Sancho to Dortmund because they're not going to pay those wages. He's on 350. No one's going to pay those wages. He's not going to free.
If Dortmund keep Sancho and swap him for Jeremy by no gettings, you're taking that swap?
No,
they're not. Okay, Dortmund is a selling club. They're not gonna do that.
I strongly agree with. I strongly agree with. I agree with Olmo because
Olmo, I agree with that statement you're making. I'm just saying hypothetically, if we was getting a swap deal, Jeremy by no gettings for Sancho, you taking the deal? Yes
No.
I think Dortmund. What Dortmund wants to do? Dortmund just wants to get top 4. Dortmund just wants to get top 4 and get top 4 and go as far as they can in the Champions League. Hence, they wanted.
Who I want United is to bring competition to that left wing, and Matoma does that easily. There's going to be some competition.
Jeremy by no gettings better than this dude, bro.
Hold on.
Bro, get him is like 19. Let him breathe. I'm gonna let him breathe.
Better ability on the ball than Matoma. Every time the man play, he's contribute a goal, bro.
Again, he played. I could just usually play at Dortmund then, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. He is young.
Imran, we will be there.
Mark. Dortmund would not sell a 19-year-old.
I know. I'm just saying I just asked a hypothetical.
He said a hypothetical.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, my bad. I've been having divided attention. My bad. Hypothetically, I would not take the guy you're talking about. I would just give them Sancho. Tell them, we did a wrong business with you guys. Never in your life come close to United saying you want to do a deal. We are not going to come to you. Let bygone be bygone. If I see your CEO on the street and he wants to give me a handshake, I'll call the police on him.
Drex, next season, I don't want you to tell me nothing
about
Jeremy
because this is not it. We took Kagawa from them. It was garbage. We took Sancho. Dead. Like, what are we going to get from Dortmund? That would be good.
When men talking about Bino Gittins next season, just remember to let them know what they say tonight. Because men will be talking about him next season.
Mark,
Promise you.
I'm not saying the kid is not good. I'm saying I don't want to do anything. I don't want to have anything to do with Dortmund again. Like if Dortmund is coming on the right, I want to be going on the left. Yeah, but man, go ahead.
Again, like you're gonna bring a 19-year-old like in a competition.
Englishman.
Let the boy breathe. Let the poor
He
breathe.
will breathe. He will have the whole left wing to breathe.
Man, what's your question? Man, what's your question?
What are you saying, man?
I have a closing statement before I have to go. If Dortmund want Jadon Sancho, fine. They can also have Mason Greenwood as well. I'm out. Peace.
I see what no, Mark, don't get drawn into it. I see what man did there. Don't get drawn into it. That's man, let man be.
I see you gotta go, but big up, yeah.
Big up, man. We're closing down. Thank you for being here, my bro. Have a good one. I see Drex's point. Like, which players really have succeeded? I mean, other than obviously, look at this: Mkhitaryan, Kagawa, Sabitzer, Sancho, Januzaj. These are players that have played for both Man United and Dortmund. Which one of these guys is actually?
Technically, Januzaj come from United, and technically Sabitzer come from Leipzig.
Yeah.
As long as there's a Dortmund link in it, they end up being
Dortmund come after
something else.
They don't count. It wasn't Dortmund first. It had to be Dortmund first.
Mark, just tell the Dortmund CEO anytime he sees Omer Berrada coming on the right, he should just hide himself somewhere. Don't want no contact.
Well, I would just say this point. Has City ever done business with Dortmund?
So Sancho to him, they sold the flop to him.
No, you're not listening. Well, all right. So understand what I'm saying to you now. Omer Berrada
No, okay, guys. I don't like calling players flop, right?
Yeah,
I don't like calling players flop. They sold Sancho to him.
I know what you mean. But what I'm saying is Omer Berrada will sell them those players that we don't want to return to sender.
Okay, yeah. If that's what you're talking, if that's the dealings you want Omer Berrada to do with him, fine. But say buy from them. Oh man, it's gonna be war.
We will sell to them and we will buy from. We will manufacture our talents and scout our talents from a young age. Don't worry. I see a vision. I see a vision the other day, and then when I hear Sir Jim Ratcliffe say the door is open to Starboy, I see the full vision. The vision is not just he don't just want to have homegrown. He want to scout and bring them and train them at the academy and bring them forward. Send them to where he want them to go on loan to develop, and then bring them back into the club. That's the vision. So I see it. And if Starboy come home and get the number 7, I Sir Jim biggest fan from that day. I'm telling you, 100%.
Well, on that one, Mark, right there, I have to say that would be a big one. I want to actually just go ahead and just shine light to what Jim has been saying. He's been coming up with a lot of statements lately. By the way, check this out. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, on previous interest in buying Chelsea, man has been releasing statement after statement. I have to show it to the house real quick. There is no comparison between Chelsea and Manchester United. The scale of Man United is incomparable to any of the London clubs, to be honest with you. Come on. Sir Jim has been not only saying that, he's even said some other words that have been intriguing a little bit. I want to share with everybody. This part here got me. On Sheikh Jassim, he said, still nobody's ever seen him, actually. The Glazers never met him. I'm not sure he exists.
Oh my God!
What is my brother Sir Jim firing shots on Sheikh Jassim?
Bro, when you win, bro, nobody can talk to you. The breeze is too hard for you to hear sound below.
Bro, but like, why is he gonna say I'm not sure he even exists?
When you troll, you gotta troll hard, bro. Go hard or go home.
He's trolling.
Listen. This vibe I could hear. This vibe come. If this is really what Ratcliffe has been saying out of his own mouth, bro, I like this one.
It's wild. It's wild. But another statement, I think I read this one, but he says he just wants to smash Manchester City on the field. Another big statement from Sir Jim. So for me, I am so happy.
You're
I like
Daddy Jim Ratcliffe
the
now.
direction.
You're all
Yeah,
like
right.
Daddy Jim Ratcliffe now.
Well, Olmo, listen,
I knew it was
if
gonna
you,
take
if you
time.
read those statements, let me be honest. If you read those statements, these are statements you would probably get me saying, bro. So you must understand why I would start finding some common ground with Ratcliffe. Because that is the kind of swag them is the kind of things I would say. I just say outlandish things like that. So the fact that he have that same outlandish vibe, I could fit with that. And if he bring my star boy home, bro, I'm backing him up to the hill, bro. I'm telling you.
Yes, actually, yes. The reason why we got into that was the Starboy comment. I'm looking for it. I will bring it up in a moment because we have to see it. Sir Jim Ratcliffe himself talking about me. This is not just rumors. This is not rumor mill. This is actually Sir Jim Ratcliffe talking about Mason Greenwood. Here we go. We'll try to understand the facts, not the hype. Listen to this. We'll use values like he's a good guy or not. Could he play sincerely for well? Would we be comfortable with it? Would the fans be comfortable with it? Then we will decide. This is Sir Jim Ratcliffe on Mason Greenwood. He's speaking. The man is his vocal.
Time I see those last 3 words in the opening sentence. Not the hype. Hold that L, bro. Hold that L. Right?
Not the hype. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. And
bro,
the last one that I'll share.
Hype. You see that? When I hear that, I was like, nah.
The last one, he says it's a new decision to make for us. He's a Man United player. We need to look at facts, judge fairly, and take into consideration what the values of the club are. Then we come out of that with a decision on Greenwood.
Oh my God!
Wow. Strong, big statements right there by Sir Jim. Right. He's saying some stuff. Sir Jim is talking the right things right now, says Yale. Jim is chatting.
Let me tell you something, right? You know what for me undertone that statement, like let me supersede Greenwood for a second. Sports in general, in my opinion, it's just from me as a young fellow growing up. It was always a place where anybody ostracized or wherever it is, no matter where they come from, what walk of life they come from, whatever their past was, they could come and find themselves and be the best that they can humanly be and contribute to society in some way. So it was always something that would rehabilitating something where people could, who not, in the normal grain of society, go and they find themselves, It's a kind of volatile world, to be fair, the sporting world, because it's a competitive situation where it have nothing to do with how you feel. It's about being the best, and only the best to succeed. You know what I mean? It was the sporting world more harsh than the actual real world, because in the real world, you could still get the benefit of the doubt that you're not feeling well today and you had an off day this week. These kind of things, But in the sporting world, if you have an off day and your team lose, you know what I mean, and that happened more regular than none, you're branded like a rubbish player. So it's something that I would always look at, like when people in the sporting world, depending on the situation, if they could redeem themselves, is always something you would look forward to seeing, because that is show their true character and who they are. You know what I mean? Because let me just put it like this. Being honest, as much as a fan, if he was at Getafe and he was not playing as well as he is now, and he was hearing all kind of rumors about him falling off with the manager and, having a kick up or a fuss or a bust up with some other players in the squad, then you'll be saying to yourself, well, there's a reason why United sent him off and didn't keep him, because he's not showing the kind of character of someone who even willing to change. But if you look at him this season, you could see from the first couple game weeks till now, his form improved, his physical fitness, the way he's look, the way he carry himself, his head is down, he's working hard on the football pitch, He doing all the right things. And at the same time, he going through, everybody's talk about the media and the rival fans, but he dealing with those same issues every single day in stadiums the same size as in England. And the Spanish fans not any different. The rivals doing the same thing, singing the chants, they have the banners, and it's every single match week, and yet still he putting in at least 7.5 performances each game. So it's like, look at it from the perspective of it's not going to be any different in United. The only difference is he coming home, and the team is the team that he grew up with, and they behind him, the manager behind him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to be fair,
I hear it.
lots of fans will be behind him as well.
I hear it. Guys, we're 1 like away from 20 likes. If you're just tuning in, shout out to you. Banana, you just came to the conversation. I hope you've hit the like button, as well as the other almost 15 people that are tuned in with us right now. Last question, right as we wrap up the stream, from Yale, saying, how long do you guys think the new work on the stadium happens? If Ratcliffe wants to see the changes, he does need to get it started quickly. So that's... Yeah, go ahead, Omo, and then Mark. I mean, Mark, and then Omo, and then we'll close.
I feel like we go and build a brand new stadium right behind Old Trafford, and I feel they're going to start work on that probably in September. That's just me.
Early as September?
The reason why I'm saying that is because if anybody was really paying attention to the news and stuff like that, they would know for at least 14 months now, it have contractors at Manchester United examining and doing all the groundwork, you know, that have land surveyors and people doing all the technical work. They already have a exact estimate on what the cost of the new stadium would have been months now. They already have the exact time, you know, everything that they need to put into work. All they need is financing at this point and approval. I'm pretty sure they will get both at some point, and I feel like for me, it kind of seems fitting that they would probably do something like that coming down to September, because here why. If let's just say United get Champions League and we play really well coming down to the end of the season, then it's a no-brainer to do that, because here why. They will still be playing games at Man United. They will still be playing games at Old Trafford.
There was also some talk about like Gary Neville being involved in some of that. Did you hear about that?
And Gary Neville is one of a big developer in the area. He have a hotel and he have a school called something the University of 92 or something like that. But
of 92.
He was brought in to help advise in the development, because you have to remember it come like he's one of in Trinidad we would call them like a governor of the town. You know what I mean? That's the kind of role they're giving him, basically. Somebody who will speak for the people in the surrounding and help it develop in a way that will benefit them the most. You know? So I think this is when you're hearing something like that, when it is almost highly likely that within the next 9 months to a year, they will start construction, because as we say, the trawler group have 4 billion in their account. Right? And if they take a hold of United debt, then that debt becomes, let me say, of a lending value of at least 2 billion from a bank they could get based on holding the debt. So it's something where if it happening, I feel like it will happen fast, because let me be real, Old Trafford, I don't think Old Trafford could really muster for more than another 18 months, in my honest opinion, based on the level of deterioration at the club.
Well, it sounded like a new stadium, and they would reduce Old Trafford down for the youth and the women's team, so they got a proper stadium also. And also, Yale says Nevilla or Sevilla. Nevilla will be on the board for. Nevilla will be on the board for. Neville would be on the board for developing the Trafford area, the 5,000 new homes, and making Trafford into a very attractive area. Well, we shall see. He's very vocal. We shall see what he will do. Banana says Gary's here for the consultancy role. He'll get paid by the hour.
To be fair, Gary did say that he said it publicly that, listen, as long as the role don't have a conflict of interest with him being a pundit on Sky, he will be available. So which means he wouldn't be like signed to Manchester United in a sense that he can't say anything bad, or you know that kind of way. He will he is trying to be able to keep his ability to speak neutrally, whether good or bad. Don't know if that's true or not, but that's what he said.
Yeah, I hear it. He likes to say the words "to be fair," but anyway, I hope that he still makes time for the Gary Neville podcast, because I'm a big fan of that one, But by the way, guys, let's close up the shop. I want to say to you, everybody that's been here, I appreciate you so much. Guys, listen to DJ Superfly saying this channel deserves a big audience. YouTube, pull your finger out and recognize quality when you see it and push up the algorithm. The hours you guys put in all the channels. Thank you. No, thank you, Superfly. You guys
Thank
make
you
it
guys
worth
for tuning into us. Oh, and it's not just
Right.
Gary Neville, guys. It's Gary Neville, David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt. I think it's Rio Ferdinand.
Is Rio
class of
probably in
92.
there as well?
This is why the school is called the University of 92.
University of 92. Okay.
It's a group of the players from the class of 92 that invested in Salford FC, as well as, so yeah.
Yeah. Word. Big up, Mark. Guys, support Mark as well. Mark and MUFC. Also, my brother Omo Solo in the building. I want to say shout out to you guys. You're legends. I will catch you guys next time. Yeah.
Big up to Drex.
I'm getting my clipboards. I'll be making videos soon.
Exactly.
Educational videos.
Ange ball videos.
All this, you see all this behind the scene talk. I'm not part of it. All this Radcliffe Ineos director, I'm not part of it. 90 minutes.
I hear it.
That's what I want to do.
I hear it.
I'll be there.
We'll be there for it. Big up, Omo. Big up to you, Shay, GB, Yale, Banana. By the way, welcome, new member. New member in the community. I literally think we were at 930 something before we started the stream, and right now we are at 941. Closer and closer to that goal of 950, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching, come on, help us get there. We're so close. It was a quality stream. We talked about everything. Jadon Sancho. We talked about Jim Ratcliffe. We talked obviously about that game, Luton Town versus Liverpool, as well as the main stream today was actually Napoli. Guys, the mainstream today was this. Let me share it real quick. It was Napoli versus it was trash versus garbage. Napoli versus Barcelona. Depending on how you look at it. Oh man. And also don't be surprised if we tell you that Arsenal had 0 shots on target all the way when they were playing Porto today. And big congratulations to that boy. What's his name? Galeno scored a screamer for Porto in the dying moments and made it 1-0. Porto, Mamma Mia. This was the face of every Arsenal fan. And if you're wondering why the internet is quiet today, it's thanks to that boy Galeno, the Porto man. He is on fire, and I believe Porto have increased his release clause just this January. They made it. It was something like it's now in the range of 60 million euros, and yeah. 5 goals in the Champions League for him and 3 assists. He's doing good. Galeno is one to look out for in the future. So anyway, let's see what happens in the second leg. Will Arsenal come back, or will they get an early exit from the Champions League? Because my God, they've been waiting for this Champions League dream to happen, and it may just not be the time for them. Anyway, if you're Shay, I'm sorry. Some of us are having a good day today. We're laughing. I want to say shout out to you. Please kindly, one more important thing. There is that thing, the notification bell. Make sure you hit that so that you know every time we go online. But until next time, we will talk soon. for Arsenal,
Them dead, them dead, them dead, them dead, them dead.
we are